The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time
Caller.
First-time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First-time listener, long-time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Just one hit, and I gotta go.
You asshole.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night. Another Modern Comic Mayhem for you. I hope you guys are stoked for Comic Book Drama Alert tonight. We got a lot to talk about on the Comic Book Drama Alert, you guys. The drama has been hot and heavy lately, so we'll get into that. We also got talk about WonderCon going on, which is interesting. A lot of interesting WonderCon exclusives to talk about. Right? We got that. And on the another main segment tonight that I wanted to talk to you guys about that is an oldie but goodie. Skottie Young baby statues. A lot of people don't realize they're out there, and a lot of people are going to be
the
mad.
little giant ones?
Oh, yeah, man. Ooh.
Oh, I have some stories of when I used to work retail about those.
Oh, dude, they're great, bro. So we'll get into those. And then, of course, we have FOC. We have June solicits and lots of other goodies by way of our boy Richie, a.k.a. Dollar.
I might have a couple things in the back pocket.
I want to remind everybody, you guys, to not only like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up. It'll help us out. Listen, you guys know how it works. The Discord. We got the Discord going. I'm starting the stage right now. Let's do this. Let's see here. There's got to be a way to do this. Screens, stage. Let's see here. Viewer, maybe this? No. I'll figure it out here in a second. But I want to remind everybody, go into the Beyond Wednesdays Discord. The link is in the description below. We have some new cool stuff that we added this week. I added niche comic book collecting over here, you guys, and we have all kinds of stuff. We have a Creators First list. A lot of people have been adding more Creators First. I updated the Creators First because of this. We added Lobos on there. We're going to talk Lobos tonight. We have skull covers, bondage covers. A couple people have already added some bondage covers. For instance, this Thor right here, $279, and then a G.I. Joe $149 are added to the bondage covers section. We got innuendo covers, alien and UFO covers, horror covers, full moon covers, bubblegum covers. Shout out to our boy Longshirt for that one. Marvel frame covers, homage covers, which a couple have been added tonight, as you can see here. Chromium and foil covers. Nice Avengers one there. DCU variants. Glow-in-the-dark covers, which has been hot and heavy lately, so check that out. Mark Jewelers, recalled comics, and die-cut covers. So if you guys are into collecting niche comic covers, go show your favorites in those sections in the Discord. Also, you guys, if you want to call in to the show, all you have to do for that is call in right here. I'm going to start the stage for MCM 032523, and it has been started. I will share the screen there. You guys can call into the show if you want. Shout out to Brad Selden Esquires hanging out in the audience.
Chad Cave, I want to hear you calling.
Yeah, Chad Cave.
Yeah,
boy.
we need our first caller. We still haven't had that yet.
We do need our first
and this
caller.
has been an option for a while now.
Yeah, it has been an option. So Discord, you guys, is where it's at. We'll make that available to you guys, of course, as always. Come hang out with us in there. Let me go ahead and set the stage for that, and we'll get into some of our goodies. Shout out to Bird City Comics, Anthony, joining us tonight. Ant, what you got going on over there at Bird City?
A bunch of stuff, actually. Aside from the regular weekly exclusives that we drop, I'm going to MegaCon next week. Super last minute. I've got a book that I've held on to for a long time. I'll show everybody if you guys want to see it, but we're going to start advertising it. Well, let me clarify. I got to get with my social media manager, Laura, and she'll decide when we start doing that. If you guys have watched any of my IG, Facebook, all that stuff, I don't do any of it. I can't stand it. I don't want to say I don't get it. I just don't have the patience for it. But that woman, she gets it. She gives us really good.
She's the wife. She's a social media director, and she's also the fight promoter for.
You got it. Let's go. Ding ding.
And the bouncer.
And the bouncer. I'm the guy that stands in the back and just nods with his arms. I was like, yeah, what she said.
Like Brian in that movie. Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
the trainer / manager.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Yeah.
I'm just co-signing. I'm like, yep, I'm good with this. I'm good with that. But she does all of her social networking stuff, all the reels and the stories that you guys have been watching recently. She spends a lot of time on that stuff. So if you get some time, go check them out and give her the thumbs up. Laura works hard on those. But yeah, we got a MegaCon exclusive. I went and did my due diligence and saw who was going to be there. I'm going to bring a bunch of exclusives that I've done in the past for artists, writers that are going to be at the con. On top of the exclusive that we saved for our con.
Well, don't forget to bring your coins too.
I have to
because Garrett Gunn's going to be there that Thursday and Friday, right? So you can exchange this for.
I didn't think he was going to be.
He's going to. So from what last time I talked to him, he's going to both MegaCon and C2E2 that weekend. He's splitting it. So the first 2 days he's going to be at MegaCon, and then that weekend he's going to be in Chicago. Last time I checked with him. I haven't heard from him in a while, so I don't know if he's still doing that. But I would bring a coin because last time he traded me a coin for OA. So,
well, we'll
there
definitely get
and
into
I've
that.
got one.
Yeah, when we get into the WonderCon stuff, because I also want to talk about another company that does similar things, aka Bad Idea. I know Dinesh is out there. So, anyways, we'll get into all that good stuff. Let's get into some of the news of the week. I guess the news that I like to call it news. Some of the fun things just to talk about here and there. And then we'll get into, of course, comic book drama alert. But before we do that, I want to cue in on our favorite whatnot seller, at least our now favorite whatnot seller, our boy, the one, the only. Let me figure this out. Hold on here.
Josh
the one,
Comics.
no, the one, the one, the only, the. Why is it doing that? There we go.
Comic Tom. Why not?
Rob
LaFeld.
Oh,
LaFeld.
Rob
Nice.
LaFeld.
Let's see.
Fell, bro.
Have you seen his shows, Ant?
That's fine. Next time.
You're on mute,
Let's
Ant.
You're
maximize it.
muted.
I was gonna say two things. Is it just me or does Rob Liefeld have bangs?
He does.
Number
He's always
one.
had bangs. Yeah.
He's
Those are
always
big.
had those since the 90s.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
he's a
guy-
75-year-old Cobra Kai, dude.
But I'm just
Johnny
saying, guys
from Cobra
have
Kai.
front hair. So how does this guy pull off bangs? Number one. Second one, the Shortbox Live did a show in LA, and he was there because they do a bunch of like OA stuff, and you could walk right past him and miss him. Like he's not like a bigger than life type figure that you would assume. And he was shopping. I walked past him like 3 times before I found him. So yeah,
That's funny.
You didn't hear, I mean, I'm not trying to rip on him at all. Actually, a couple times I've come across him. I never met him, but at Comics Unlimited across the way, he's always been a pretty loud, outspoken guy. But that was years ago. I wonder if he's more.
It depends on how many trips to the bathroom he's had.
Let's see what he says here.
Because you know why, right?
We are probably looking at the last 2 times you're going to be able to CGC anything with us. If you want a CGC option,
LaFell.
this could be your last night. Probably Wednesday is your last night. We won't be offering them until I fulfill my CGC signing. I've been talking to CGC. We're just finalizing it, and it will be it'll be up soon. So any CGC.
So last week he talked about his love for tight male asses, which was a great clippable moment that we'll clip here shortly. But
that's fine.
Yeah,
we're cool with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're cool with it. I mean, he's cool with it. We're cool with it if he's cool with it. So we're cool with it if you're cool with it too. But he's definitely cool with it. So.
Is that what happens when you like live in California for too long?
No, but I heard Josh Comics lives in my area. So when the comic drama alert comes,
yeah. Right.
I looked up his IMDb.
Hey,
I was not impressed.
Hey, no doxing, you guys. No doxing. That's more comic book drama alert stuff tonight that we're gonna have to talk about.
Doxing.
That needs to be a whole tonight show. Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be the whole show. You're right. You're correct. So, but yeah, Rob Liefeld, as he says it. By the way, it is Liefeld, not Liefeld. So get it right or pay the price. All right. Yeah. Love that old school. Camp on Awana. We hold you in our hearts. And when we think about you, it makes me wanna
fart.
Thank you.
Shart.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You know what I was listening to all day, and I was thinking about Brian. I was listening to Fleetwood Mac because I just got done watching the show called it's on Prime, and it's called Something in the Six, and it's got Elvis Presley's daughter. She's like the lead singer. It's really good. I thought it was cheesy at first, but it's supposed to be like a remake of Fleetwood Mac. But I was thinking about you because it's like you smoke weed, and I was dabbling a little bit today, and yeah. So just wanted to tell you guys that because I'm stoned as shit.
Oh,
nice,
yeah, brother.
Look who's joining us.
Oh,
hi, Red Hood.
Hey, bro. Kang just killed the MCU, bro.
Kang the canceled. That was
he just
Chad
killed
Caves,
the
by the way.
MCU, bro. What the fuck are we gonna do, man?
I know, man.
Better go dig up Robert Downey Jr., bro.
Hey, and I'm glad you brought that up, Brian. I want to dig a little deeper into that Marvel Studio spoilers shit. I've been all over the fucking adaptation media sites. Shit has changed, and I'll point it out. Shit has changed.
So
I got a spoiler.
What's the deal with Kang?
Kang's gonna go to jail.
Kang the gangbang. Part
Well, I mean,
2.
if Jaw didn't go to jail, I think he'll be all right.
What's his name again?
Who? Jonathan Majors?
There we go.
Yeah, he allegedly put his hands on his girlfriend because she saw another girl texting him.
Yeah,
when they were
strangulation, man. Ooh.
Yeah, and
but I mean, wasn't Justin Rowland just cleared of all his charges?
Yes, he was.
Domestic.
Yes, he was.
But I mean, he still lost all his major contracts,
which is shitty.
His stuff with Hulu, and then like he's not working with Adult Swim anymore.
Yeah, that shit's sad, bro. That shit's really sad. So there we go. Jonathan Majors arrested in New York City, but we'll have to see what happens. Innocent until proven guilty, right? Innocent until proven guilty, as we saw with Jonathan Majors. Or I mean,
what do you think people are just
Jonathan
doing
Roiland.
these outlandish, like I guess charges, like to try to like score some money, like in this desperate times?
I don't know, man. It seems like he was he's a method actor, right? So I guess he was trying out for Creed 4.
Yeah. Dude, he looks scary in Creed 3, dude. I'll say that. He looks scary, but not as scary as the devil. Did you guys see this? Word on the streets that Mephisto will be showing up in the MCU soon, so don't worry, you guys. He's coming. But this was going to be what Mephisto was going to look like in Thor: Love and Thunder before they nixed it.
Ew.
Yep.
Good call.
Doesn't that look like the devil from
If they would have done that to
Pick a
Mephisto,
Destiny?
Yeah, it does. But this is
I would have killed fucking what's his name, Taika Waititi.
Yeah. It says here before he was cast as the Greek god Zeus, Russell Crowe was actually in the running to play the devil. He says, "Hey folks, here's a concept I did for the latest Thor film. Russell Crowe was initially considered to appear as Satan in a cameo scene." This guy wrote on Instagram. "Eventually, he played Zeus. The task was to design a Satan close to Tim Curry's devil from Legend. Big horns, sleazy, and evil. Because it was going to be a prosthetic makeup, I was asked to give him hairy human legs and feet. This is what I came up with, a concept for Thor: Love and Thunder." And the IG studio is Odd Studio in Australia. So there you guys go. That was
You know, it looks like you remember that video. I think it was Danzig.
That's what you just said. No, that was what were they called? Jack Black and
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Or no, it was like, I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. what was that Danzig? I can't remember what that video was, but that looked like the devil in that one.
It kind of looks like Sacha Baron Cohen right there. So, anyway,
I was gonna say,
bro, that's legit, Brian. That was gonna be Mephisto.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
Grand enough.
Yeah, but Sasha's it's all but confirmed, right? Sasha
Yes.
is
Yeah.
Mephisto.
Yeah. So, well, that's confirmed. But you know what Marvel likes to do? We all know this. They like to put the characters that they're going to be displaying in the MCU in the comics. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but this week, look who showed up in the Avengers.
What do we always say, Brian? Read the tea leaves. We
You got
spoke
it.
about this on your FOC segment, and Brian pointed out a great point about that. You know, he was saying, I can't remember exact words, but the rumors were heating up. The news was out there. And then I brought to the point that, wow, read the tea leaves.
Yep.
It could be happening right in front of us.
Well, we know we're getting Secret Wars, and to me, the best way to do Secret Wars in the movies is to have a Kang variant be the Beyonder. The Beyonder shows up. That's Secret Wars, the first movie. And then the second movie is, at the end of the Secret Wars, the first movie, Doom destroys the Beyonder, gets the power, and then the second Secret Wars movie is the Secret Wars from Hickman's run, right? So you started off with the Secret Wars from the 80s, and then you end it with the Secret Wars from Hickman's run, and at the end of the second Secret Wars movie, you bring in Miles, right? So,
yeah.
And God, Emperor Doom, all that stuff. And you still get the Beyonder.
There's just a ton of source material that Brian's bringing up that you can go a lot of ways. I'm glad they went this way, but I still think it's the safe way, you know. But
yeah. But we'll see. Beyonder stuff is going to start heating up more and more, so we'll see how that plays out. It's going to be interesting. You know, also one of the things that we talked about, Anthony, you're in AZ too, and I was telling other homies from AZ, I was telling Kyle last week, you know, the whole thing with Funko, where Funko is destroying all that old school or not
Yeah,
old school
backstock.
inventory. Yeah, backstock. So they're going to be sending it to the landfill. We got to find out where that landfill is going to be, bro.
And rate it.
Yeah, and rate it. You're 100%. I couldn't have said it better. But that being said, a lot of people are pissed off at Funko for doing that. Well, let's get even more pissed, you guys, because now they're destroying something that should never be destroyed. Mondo. Mondo gutted by cowards at Funko, says Bleeding Cool. Says here, future up in the air. Mondo is one of the most unique companies making pop culture items on the market today. We love their movie posters. We love all their little cool incentive items. They did those great Alamo Draft House things. Well, it says here, from their start in 2004 as part of the Alamo Draft House, from making special edition posters for some of Geekdom's favorite films. And then it says here, to starting a record label and collectibles division. Last year, Funko purchased the company in an effort to try and get some shine on their fading brand. That today has proven to have been catastrophic for Mondo, as The Wrap has confirmed that Funko has now gutted them, firing most of the staff, including its 2 founders, and putting the axe to the poster division. For the moment, the toy and records division remain, but they are also reporting that it might be just a matter of time. That's fucking ridiculous, man. The one company that, like, I don't think anybody that knows about not Funko, about Mondo would be like, no, we got to get rid of them. They're not good. Everything that Mondo does is badass. I don't think there's anything that's not badass, right? Am I wrong on that?
The only things that I kind of frowned on was they did like a facsimile of Marvel Tales, which sold out fast, but other than that, they usually do pretty well.
Yeah, they're badass.
I like their stuff.
So for those of you guys,
I mean,
that
it was
don't
like
know,
like almost like the tops now for posters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is what they were basically doing.
Dude, look at the posters over there. Like, they just do such a good job, especially on some of the old ones. Like, they had that badass one for Rocky 4. Remember the Rocky 4 one? Let's see if we can find that. They do some really cool shit. Let's see here. Mondo. Rocky. Look at that, dude. That is fucking awesome right there.
Yep.
Hold on. There we go. That's badass. So that's the type of shit that they do. Really, really like cool, high-grade posters and lithographs that are very, very limited, super limited stuff. So, yeah, man, for all you Mondo fans out there, it's kind of a bummer. And a lot of people were flipping Mondo stuff and making a ton of money doing it. A ton of money doing it. They also had their records division where a lot of people, you know, collecting vinyl and stuff, been making money off of vinyl. So, yeah, as Lewis says, the posters sell out in like 5 minutes. And he is correct. You are correct, sir. That is the truth, if I ever heard one.
Really nice people too. Like I order from them all the time when they have good stuff, and I've had 2 problems, and boom, right on it.
Yeah, it's a bummer, dude. It's really sad. We're gonna be missing out a lot of cool shit that you're just not gonna get anymore, because a lot of companies like this are starting to fall away, just because, you know, purse strings are tightening, as they say, and that's just the way it is. It's just the way it's going to be. But we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, there'll be some more Mondo stuff in that same Funko landfill, Ant, so we can go find some cool Mondo shit to flip.
I got a truck. Let's go.
All right. Did you guys watch the Hot 10 the other night? What'd you guys think?
I thought it was all right. The host is kind of...
Yeah. I was gonna say that McClay guy's interesting.
Yeah.
So sexy.
I like the oof section now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where you're, yeah.
Did you say oof? We should call it oof.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called?
It's called ouch.
It's called ouch bite.
It's ouch. Okay.
Yeah.
Ouch,
by
oof.
the dip. Ouch. By the dip. So yeah, the ouch by the dip section is a hit. Lots of everybody loves the almost 10. And then, of course, Steinpack sold very well, and we'll get more into that as comic book drama alert happens. But there was a couple interesting foreign books that we talked about, and I thought that there were some cool foreign books I saw this week that are foreign comic stuff that I saw. Shout out to Josh, a.k.a. International Comics, not Aaron at Josh's Comics. Don't ever get that twisted. But yeah, so I was hoping Josh, a.k.a. International Comics, was going to be able to join us tonight to talk about a couple things, including something that I've never seen before. One of my favorite all-time books is that all-black Spider-Man book. Everybody knows that book, Spider-Man 36, right?
Yep.
The 9/11 one?
The 9/11 one. I used to think it was cool to get signatures on it, but now I don't anymore because everybody's doing it, and you see less without any signatures on it. But I have never seen these. 2 Italian editions. Of course, the Lumo Ragno is Italian for, I think, the spider, right? Or something like that. And they did 2 versions of it. They did one, the all black, and one with the 9/11 ribbon with the Trade Center thing in the foreground. That is awesome. I got to get one of these. That's fucking badass right there.
There's also one from Mexico as well.
That looks like that?
Yeah. Not the ribbon with the tower, but the all black one.
Yeah. I think that's super cool, man. I think that's interesting how they did it a little bit different, and they put out both versions. I didn't know that they put out 2 versions, so I don't know, man. That's just a cool book that I really want to get. But that took me into a little bit of a rabbit hole, seeing our boy, Robert Fordham, on CGC's Instagram. Look at this. Shout out to Rob Fordham. It says here, ready for our newest edition of the CGC Spotlight, Rob's Comics 81. Pretty damn cool.
So he got his own pedigree?
Not his own pedigree, but it says, Rob has loved comics since he was 12 years old, picking up the hobby again vigorously back in 2014. He played the modern variant game for about 4 years. Then a lightning strike hit, and he was introduced to foreign comics, thanks to his friend Define 999, and now has a sharp passion for collecting foreign editions. He is there shown with 2 great Brazilian, I believe, books. But, of course, the most famous books that Rob is known to collect are the first appearances of Nubia, as you can see there. He collects all the different foreign versions of Nubia, and it's pretty cool.
Hey, I pressed that one, that Nubia.
I'm sure you pressed a lot of these, brother. I'm sure you pressed a lot of these, but...
Oh, not that one.
No. Well,
I'm surprised he didn't show off his She-Hulk collection.
Yeah, that's a great bondage book right there. By the way, you guys, there's a new book for niche comic collecting for the Beyond Wednesdays Discord. So put that in the niche comic collecting for bondage. But yeah, shout out to Rob Forum. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool that CGC is doing that. I think one of the things that we all agree on that CGC needs to do better is have better PR. And let's give them a little round of applause for having better PR right here. So very good job. Very good job. It could be a little bit better, but you're doing well. You're doing well there. So good stuff.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is a very good start, especially having Rob there. But yeah, good stuff. You guys know I love Mad Balls, and this would be a segment that you would have seen back in the day on the radar on the channel. But because On the Radar is no longer on the channel, we just talk about it on any of the shows. And NFT Mad Balls, you guys, look at this. Can you hear that? So there we go. Mad Balls NFTs. It says here, go Mad Balls to the wall with the grossest adventure in the metaverse. You will have so much fun you will want to throw up. Join the first ever Mad Balls experience in the Sandbox game where Mad Ball avatars holders can win a share of 100,000 sand. Jump into multiplayer gameplay to collect squishy eyeballs and find the most disgusting points of disinterest. Get ready to prove you're the grossest player in the metaverse. Smell you there. So for all you Madball NFT holders, you can go play the game in the metaverse. Pretty interesting. So
the NBA Top Shots like kind of fell, so this is the next move.
Yeah. Well, I think that
I mean, that's what it kind of reminds me of, right?
Yeah, for sure.
In that same realm.
Well, I think it's cool that they're like, what do they call that again? They call that something in the NFT world where you get like special things. Like you can either, like I know Vinny bought an NFT and it gives him the ability to enter some club whenever he wants for free or something like that. And
like the different airdrops, and stuff like that.
They call it something. I'm spacing on it, but this is an extra. If you bought in on the Madball NFTs, and you're a holder of an Madball NFT or a Madball avatar, as they call it, you can go play this game on the sandbox. A utility. Thank you, Brad. A utility. That's what they're called, utilities. So you guys know I love Madballs, and it's pretty cool to see Oculus there on the sandbox. Sandbox is one of the metaverses. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right. Fun stuff, you guys. And then we're going to end off the little news opening segment with our favorite non-professional guitar player, Greg Capullo.
That was actually better than I
was expecting. Love to see Greg Capullo jamming out. That's a pretty badass guitar too. Is that Zach Wild guitar? Is that what that is?
It is.
Fucking badass. I'm a little not that big of a metalhead to be fans of Zach Wild, but it's a cool guitar. It's a cool guitar. Shout out to Greg Capullo. Another Arizona.
Because he's playing a Sabbath proof, isn't he?
Yes, he is. So, Blood Red Skies. All right. That is the intro to today's episode. We got some fun stuff to get into, you guys. Of course, we're going to move up one of our favorite segments a little early because it's quite heavy this week. Your guys' favorite segment, my favorite segment, all of ours favorite segment.
Drama!
Into the
Drama!
Into the into the
Drama! So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for comic book drama alert. Some interesting stuff going on in the comic book drama world. I was on Comics and Chaos about a week ago to talk about my favorite comic book mystery pack segment or whatever you call that. We were talking about mystery packs over there. But my favorite mystery pack seller, a.k.a. Ben Stein, had his Stein packs available this last week, and they sold out in 18 minutes, you guys. 18
Dude,
minutes.
I squeezed in like at the last second. I think I got like spot 49 or something like that.
Did you get lucky enough to get one? A lot of people I know were kind of bummed out that they didn't get a Stein pack, and they did sell out mighty quickly, as you can see.
Here's a pro tip. Set notifications for anything that Stein posts.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's how I usually, like, I almost, like, you saw what spot I got, and I have that trick set up. And then, like, he even, like, said in a couple different group chats, like, hey, I'm about to launch the Stein pack, so, like, watch for, watch for that to drop, and then I saw the notification. I was like, oh crap, let me put it in for a spot.
They sold quickly. 52 Stein packs sold out in 18 minutes. So congratulations to everybody that got a Stein pack. But not everybody is happy about mystery packs out there, you guys. Including one of our favorite IG accounts, James Kreider, a.k.a. Brains, one of the best IG accounts out there to follow. He's put this post out. It says, quote, I try to be as positive as possible and would like to give the retailer the benefit of the doubt. But Zenescope just delivered probably the worst possible customer outcome there could be. I'm literally stunned, and I think the community should know about it. Zenescope offered mystery envelopes for $30 each from their 2023 Crimson Icon collectible covers, limited to 200, with a 1 in 25 chance of a super rare exclusive. There are 12 different Icon covers and 6 chase covers. Does any mathematician out there want to figure the odds 3 envelope order getting the exact 3 same books? All 3 envelopes had the same books. There obviously was zero attention to sorting or randomization. If it happened to me, I'm sure there's a lot of other dissatisfied customers who got dumped the same thing. I can't fault the Eric Basuda art, aka Ebas or Ebos. But this has really soured me on taking any chances with Zenescope on things like this, and that's coming from a subscriber of their Artist Remix series. To end on a positive note, anybody want to swap for Ebos? I know a guy with extras. So, as you can see, he got the same 3 books in all 3 packs. Ouch. But...
And didn't they email him back too? Saying that
you
he could
are correct, sir. They did email him back, and they said, where is it? Hello, James. I'm actually surprised this happens. There are about 3,000 of these envelopes that were, quote, shuffled, end quote, and separated in 12 or so different boxes. For obvious reasons, we are not supposed to exchange these envelopes, but I also don't feel it is fair that you received 3 of the same covers with 3 purchases. If you want to return one of them, I can send you out a replacement. All the envelopes are sealed, so I can't 100% guarantee you won't get the same cover, but if you do, you should play the lottery. Please just keep this between us. Wah, wah, wah. As I said, I am technically not supposed to do this. Kind regards, and at least he cut off the name. And then James says, follow up on yesterday's post about Zenescope sending me 3 of the exact same thing in their randomized mystery envelopes. Absolute PR failure, in my opinion, from Zenescope. If they were really shuffled at 3,000, there should be about a 0.03% chance of this happening. That's a 0.000296%. Ridiculous. They weren't randomized, and they, quote, send one back to get another one, but keep it quiet. Doesn't sit well with me either. Plus, I might get the same one back. Ridiculous. Last random thing I'll buy or recommend from Zenescope. So there we go. Comic book drama alert 101. Don't pull the bullshit like this.
Well, with those odds, he needs to go buy a box of the Magic Lord of the Rings box. Like, he has a good chance of pulling that 1 of 1 now.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
He's owed it.
Yeah. That is freaking ridiculous right there, bro. That's silly. But that being said, last week, you guys, we did have some interesting stuff go on in Comic Book Drama Alert, where we talked about the Comic Book Community Awards. I don't know if you guys saw last week's episode, but the one... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the... Wait, hold on. It's got to pop up here. I didn't see it in time.
And what an entrance.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Josh.
Yeah. It's perfect timing, Josh. Right as the fart noise.
Hey.
Yeah, right as the fart noise shows up. So, hold on. Let me replay that for everybody out there that didn't hear that. Let's get that fart noise going again.
Vito, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Jason Klein. He says, loving the show as always. Missed the Stein packs, but glad to see him do well. I had some drama this week with a company, Hotshot Comics, trying to be sneaky and stealing from us collectors. And we're going to get into that too. Don't worry. We are going to get into that. So the Comic Book Drama Awards, some very interesting stuff this week with them. I brought them up on last week's Comic Drama Alert because I saw a thing with Decor that he put up a post. And for some reason, all of a sudden the post was down. And I couldn't figure it out, and so I decided to talk about the Comic Book Community Awards anyways. And man, are they are just getting some shit, and they are not happy about it. Shout out to our boy Decor who put this up. He says he got a little hate back from them. He says, just my 2 cents. I'm not bashing or hating or angry at absolutely anyone, but I'm sure everyone who sees my comment on these posts automatically disagree or say otherwise. At the end of the day, we all live in the same world and have the same hobby. Despite how you choose to go about being on this planet, I've never been one to ignore my problems and hope they go away and change on their own. I've always and will continue to be a face. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Chad Cave dropping the other fart noise. Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming. We'll get into that in a second. But as it says here, Cardboard Crazy Comics put out a post that says, stop the hate. Man, ruckus. All I see is ruckus. Why can't people just stop hating? When someone tries to do something fun, somebody is going to dislike it. Whether it was they were left out or they truly don't let people have fun. If somebody is hating, then you're doing something right. Doesn't mean that there has to be an all-out war. I love my hobbies because they are my hobbies. I don't need somebody to uplift me for it. But I'm gonna diss somebody, but I'm not gonna diss somebody or a group of people because they want to. It's just toxic, just slam-packed full of toxicity. Be nice, be kind. It's the only way to be. World is too full of bullcrap and negativity. Just my 2 cents, even though I know I don't have a pot to piss in. And Decor responded. He said, does it really have to be seen as causing a ruckus or starting drama for absolutely everyone to just sit back and watch people take advantage of, or to have an opinion or facts that others don't share but have equal rights to be able to share those opinions, positive or negative, about? Or the fact that I did not choose nor do I want to be included in a hobby to be representative by a selected few who would reward quote award completely undeserving individuals and questionable business practices. Once again, taking advantage of others for profit. I understand that most in the world, they want sunshine and lollipops all the time, but in reality, like this guy said, the world is full of bullcrap and negativity, and no one is doing anyone any favors by ignoring it. Just my 2 cents. So I've always said to Decor, I get why he does it. Me and him have kind of had our disagreements in the past, and I don't always agree with Decor on stuff, but that is what Comic Book Drama Alert is about, you guys. We're just posting the news over here. And I got quite a few comments about said Comic Book Community Awards. A lot of people saying it's just a scam. They nominated the same exact people they nominated last year. I got a lot of other people saying, hey, they're good people. I know them. They are just doing it because they love the community. And I don't know what to think either way, but I heard those same comments from multiple people. So there's a lot of people out there that like them, a lot of people out there that don't like them. And the fact that they're nominating the same people over and over kind of is interesting. But that being said, they do supposedly get their nominations from the people that respond for who to put on the nominations. So, again, it is the Comic Book Drama Alert or Comic Book Community Awards. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up again, you guys, because it lets me segue back into something very interesting. The reason why Decor last week did not post said comic book drama alert stuff was because he was kind of threatened. And if there's one thing that I don't like, it's threatening people. I think it's cheesy. I think it's silly. And I also don't agree with doxing people. Now, whether you like Decor or not, one of the things that you know from Decor is he doesn't put his face out there like a lot of us do because he, this isn't something that he wants out there. He thinks his family will be targeted and this and that, and I get it. That's your decision. Do I always agree with it? No, but I understand why he's doing it, and I respect his decision to do so. That being said, you guys, one of the persons or people that he took hate from was Jim Mint. And we've got some interesting stuff from said Jim Mint. Decor did send me the videos. This was the original post that he put out about the comic book drama comic book community awards, where he kind of made fun of Comic Tom and Jim Mint. And Jim Mint decided to kind of take that against them. There's the original post that he put out, talking trash. Well, Jim Mint then decided to get angry, and he told him multiple shitty things. How about some of these?
Damn.
Yeah. Here we go, you guys.
Hey, make sure you read it like with a good sound. Make yourself sound like Decor and Jim Mint, so I can really get into this.
Well, all right, here we go. Stephen Small, aka Jim Mint, says, "I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Look, bottom line." Decor says, "Yes, please get to the bottom line for him." And then Jim Mint said, "You said yourself that you were definitely wrong with what you posted. Will you remove the picture where you call me a racist asshole?" So I guess Decor called him a racist asshole. Jim Mint didn't like it. Understandably so. Decor said, "If you're asking me, then man to man, yes, I'm willing to remove it." And he said, "I'm asking that." He says, "Okay, but I asked something in return. Keep this line of communication open." And he said, "Okay, I would do that." Well, how did it get to so nice? It didn't get to so nice so fast. It got to so nice because Jim Mint threatened to dox Decor. Jim Mint and his buddies went out there and found who supposedly Decor is, and decided to threaten him with it, which is not cool. Not cool at all. And
what's dox?
So for those of you guys that don't know, do you guys know what doxing is? Does anybody know what doxing is?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, give Hood an idea what doxing is.
So it's like, say you talk some shit about me, and I wanted to, pretty much get you fired from your job. Like, I find out who you are, where you work, and I send your employment, what you do, on the interwebs, and pretty much just.
Sure, I should stop talking about you, Josh. Got it.
Hey, Josh, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
But you're just reporting it to himself because he's self-employed.
Yeah, right.
You have a meeting with HR on Monday.
Yes, this is the manager.
That's pretty low, but I guess I get it. I don't know. That's so touchy.
It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. You don't go out there and search for people's stuff and then threaten them with it. Is my thing. If that makes sense.
Well, I have a question, and I don't agree or disagree. I just want to put it out there for the chat. Anybody wants to weigh in? If you're willing to make such strong comments, and at the sake of certain things, wouldn't you think to yourself, all right, let me not put myself out there for fear of backlash, but if you feel strong enough to say them, why would not be like, hey, this is me and I'm saying it.
Yep.
And I've never been in a situation where I'd have to choose one way or another, so I have no idea, guys. I don't want anybody to be like, Anthony, you suck. I don't know what that's like. I've never been in a situation where I go, hey, I want to say this, but it might affect me long term. So let me do it under a synonym, a pseudonym. Is that right? You know, so it's interesting to me. It's like a lot of these guys that seem to be at the center of this have really strong opinions, get a lot of feedback, but they don't want to say who they are for fear of this backlash, like you're saying. So what's the point of saying it then if there's that?
Well, I don't necessarily want to show the messages where Jem is doxing him. That's why I didn't show him, but I have them. I definitely have them. And I also have messages where other people decided to say, like, they were saying things like, hey, I'll see you at this gas station at this time because I know you like to go there, or hey, here's your first name that you usually don't talk about. Your kids are at this area, or like talking about their kids and their wife. Like, you don't do shit like that. Not if it's like social media
that's
bullshit.
A bit far.
Yeah.
Like when you're telling the person, like, hey, I know you're at this location at around this time of day. I mean, that's like taking it too far, though, right?
Yes, it is taking it way too far.
I agree with Ant. Like, if you're gonna call someone a racist asshole, dude, like, and you think that person's not gonna find out, like, cameras exist, the internet exists. Like, when I made that post and I crumpled up that exclusive comic book and threw it out my door, I didn't make that going, I'm gonna do this because that person's never gonna see it. I knew that person was going to see that. And I had to be prepared for that.
You're right. I agree. Like AOA says, calling Jem Mint a racist asshole is hardcore. You're right. And again, I'm not saying that Decor is right at this. I'm not saying that he's wrong at this. I'm not saying that. Well, I am saying he is wrong at this. He shouldn't probably have called him a racist asshole. And again, me and Decor have had our arguments in the past. But I think for the most part, when it comes to social media, if you're going to decide to be on social media in the way that I am, the way that Jem is, the way that Comic Tom is, you're going to put yourself out there as a social media influencer, then you have to be okay to take criticism, okay?
Yeah.
And for that point, there's certain lines you don't cross. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to threaten somebody's kids that I don't dislike, that I don't get along with on the social media.
That's not taking it too far is not the right word. Like, go at the man, don't go at the family. Like, if you feel so strongly, you and I had a conversation about this yesterday. I had an uncle, and this is super old school, and I know it seems extremely primitive, but there's something to it because this is in our DNA. I had an uncle, and we grew up in a very rough neighborhood, and he always said, if you're not mad enough to fight, you're not that mad. And if you are mad enough to fight, he was like, I've got 2 sets of boxing gloves. Mm-hmm. And it was always better after. And I'm not saying people need to go out and fight each other, but if you're pissed, go at the person. Don't dig deeper.
Yeah.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe gets it. And I get it. Like, not everybody grew up that way. Not everybody can relate. I mean, raise the hands in the chat and be honest with yourself. Have you ever been in a real fight? A lot of us haven't. And that's, it's fine one way or another. But it really makes you think about the whole situation. Well, I'm sure, Joe. I didn't even have to ask you. But you guys get what I'm saying. I get it. Anybody that's on the other side of the track from the way I grew up wants to yell and tell me I'm terrible to my face. Doesn't mean I want to punch in the face.
Well, that's the reason.
At the same time.
Yeah. That's the reason why I really wanted to bring this up, because again,
sure.
What one of the main things, the reason why I do this show is because I love the conversation. And I think that the most important thing that we can do is have conversations about topics, to see both sides of it, to put ourselves in different people's shoes. So, whether we like it or not, you guys, if you think that you're in a group chat with somebody and you're going to say something that's not going to get out there, you're wrong. Okay, if you think that you're, saying things to people and you have them blocked and it's not going to get back to those people, you're wrong. You don't know how many people send me Josh's comic books things where he's talking shit about FOMO and top 10 lists, and I'm blocked by Josh's comic books, but people still send them to me going, look, he's continuing to talk shit. The same thing happens for everybody else out there. Gem Mint could block Decor. People are going to still send Gem Mint Decor's posts. Decor could block Gem Mint. People are going to still send Decor's posts. And it happens all over the place. So if you guys ever think, and this is why I always say that your best bet, it's not just a saying for me, it's my true lifestyle, is to be honest, right? Whatever you're going to say, be okay with everybody hearing it. Because otherwise, don't say it anywhere. Don't say it in a private group chat, in a Instagram group chat. Don't say it to anybody if you don't expect it to get back to that person, especially talking shit about said person, because it happens all the time. It's bullshit. It's sad, and people do it.
Yeah, it's the way we communicate with each other now. The keyboard warrior word gets thrown out there a lot, and guys, again, it doesn't always come down to physical violence. Like, if anybody's ever met McClay in real life, nicest guy, but he's 6'4", 250 pounds. Like, let's not play
300, 6'2".
I thought it was about 6'6", man.
300, 6'2", but close.
Okay, you guys get what I'm saying though, and you get it. McClay's the nicest guy. And this is the problem with society nowadays, is if I've got a problem with McClay, but I'm not willing to meet him in the street, I take to the keyboard and block him every chance I get. If you're not comfortable with your own words and them getting back to the person and the repercussion that comes with it, don't fucking say it.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Brian at Baltimore. I go, dude, if I knew you were that big, I wouldn't have been talking shit about you, bro.
You guys get what I'm saying? I told the same thing to Brian. Like, I met... Brian, who did I tell you I met?
Thorough.
That's a big dude. And we've got no problem. I'm not making... I just thought to myself, like, if I ever piss him off, I bet I need to mean it, because he's not a little person.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going to open my mouth, that's the mentality. If I'm going to say something, I need to own it and see it through. And if I'm not willing to do those things, just enjoy the show, be a part of the situation, but you don't need to be one of the chirpy people.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, and it's not just saying that if you're not willing to go get in a fight, don't say it. No, it's not just that. If you're not willing to have a conversation about it, the thing about being, quote unquote, being a man, right? We always say, like, this is how men talk, or this is how, and that's just like a colloquialism or something like that they say. But the honest to God truth is, we should all be willing to have a conversation with the person that we're not liking at that moment. Because for one main reason, we could really be hating each other for no reason. And until we talk about it and we realize that, oh, I heard this and it wasn't really true, or I thought this and it wasn't really true, or that type of thing, it can all be squashed for the most part.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to have a conversation with somebody and go, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to block you. I'm not going to talk to you. Like, come on, man. That's so cheesy.
Let me add to that. So I don't really talk about this much because I'm not training right now. So I don't try to like be a UFC guy. When I try to do that, I have to check myself and go, oh, fuck, you're fat. You need to go to the gym and let some steam off. Stop telling people shit. Okay.
And
that was like maybe 4 years ago.
So
been around this game for a long time. I had some really high-end sparring partners for a long time. I got Rob ready for a couple fights. And what I've learned of all the times I've gone to Vegas with these guys, I grew up with these guys, I went just to the gym and ate some food with these celebrity, big-time professional fighters. I'm going to tell you what, the nicer the guy, the better the fucking fighter. And I'm not even kidding. And anybody that's been in a scrap or two, and you don't even have to win, just be confident in yourself. You know that when you're not training and you're fucking built up a bunch of stress, you're going to let it out in ways that isn't your greatest moment. So, a lot of people can't handle that. So I always say, hey, man, go to the gym, fucking hit a bag,
Well,
don't put it out there because it'll always be out there.
Or learn how to deal with stuff under pressure, and that's not just fighting; that's having a conversation. Like we all get a little amped up.
You bring up a good point, and I want to reel it back. I was giving everybody an extreme example. McClay's right. It doesn't mean it's got to come to blows somewhere. Like, and that's not what I'm saying at all. If you don't like me or what I do, I'm perfectly fine with your opinion, but be ready for a conversation. It is what McClay's saying right now. And if you can't handle the conversation, don't.
Yeah. Shout out to Chad Cave with the $25 super chat that says,
Chad,
because McClay said colloquialism. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Colloquialism.
All right, continue. Continue, Anthony. Sorry.
But anyway, McClay's hitting the extreme example, guys, and the whole fighting thing. That's not what I'm about. You know, I'm I'm going to 40 years old. I'm not trying to tear ligaments and limp back to my hotel rooms at night. And I'm just giving you the extreme example. Anything that's said, be ready for that conversation. And if you can't handle the conversation, if you don't have your ducks in a row, I mean, anybody's ever been in a relationship ever, and you got into a fight with your significant other, you better have your facts lined up, especially if you're married, because you know they're gonna rub it in your face. And it's the same thing with this. It's just be ready for that and be able to handle it maturely. And if you can't handle it maturely, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah. What Anthony just said, take note, because Laura is definitely a street fighter and a terror in the community.
Oh, bro, I got to be ready. If I go to toe-to-toe with Laura, I got a notebook. She'll say like, "Oh, let's fight about this," and I'll pull out the notepad. And I'll be like, "11:23 last night, you said," and we'll go. Yeah, we got to break out facts when we go toe-to-toe. If I'm gonna go there, if not, I just apologize and go. I don't remember the conversation. That's my bad.
Romance and comic speculation, brought to you by Bird City Comics.
Yes,
that's it.
But again, you guys, I just remember, comic book drama alert is about being funny and joking around for the most part, but it's also just reporting the news. And making you look at kind of the silliness that's going on out there. One, threatening to dox people is fucking cheesy. Don't do it. It's beyond cheesy. It's so dumb. If somebody doesn't want you to know where they live and know
explain
their family,
dox real quick.
Yeah. Well, so basically, you're throwing out their documents, right? That's what doxing means, right? You're throwing out their documents. Yeah. So like, you know where they live, their kids, where their wife lives, where they go to work. You're threatening to send their employer their Instagram account, shit like that. That's so freaking cheesy. At the very least, if somebody doesn't like what you're saying, have a conversation with them and try to figure it out. That's the easiest part, to be honest. That is and that's how me and Decor got close. I have no problem hitting Decor up in backstage going, "Yeah, I don't agree with you on this, and this is why," and have a conversation about it. It's very easy to do that. Some people are they're cheesy, dude, and they threaten to dox, they threaten to sue, they threaten to block, and then they continue to talk shit. It's one thing if you're gonna block somebody, but don't continue to talk shit, because that's just as cheesy as all those other things. And again, nobody is, you block somebody thinking that person isn't going to hear about it or going to get sent a screenshot or a screenshot of the comments in a whatever group chat. They're going to see it, you guys. So,
yeah.
That's some pussy shit if you're going to block somebody, dude, and then talk shit about them, that's some shit I can't stand. If you're gonna talk shit, man up and don't block the other person. Give them an opportunity to respond. That is some bro. That is some big time pussy shit. Dude.
Well, I think there's another coin to that, and I agree with you in a sense, Joe. But I think on the other side of that, though, it's kind of like an emotional reaction, because your subconscious is saying, "I don't want to be wrong in public. I don't want to be wrong in public." So they just fight or flight.
Great point. So great point. Yeah. Some people are more
I was gonna
afraid.
say, I was gonna say, and this is my mantra, and I tell it to my kids, and I tell it to anybody else. Life is math. 1 + 1 = 2. Right and wrong. There's no gray areas. So when I hear a lot of these conversations, you suck, no, you suck, and it's this back and forth, somebody fucked up first, or there's no conversation. Somebody is wrong. Something happened, something was done to initiate a conversation. And it drives me nuts to no end when people will sit there and defend their point tooth and nail, but they won't provide up enough information because, it would paint them in a different light.
You know what, bro? Here's a great way to have a conversation. I agree with you to a point. I say it's the exact opposite, that everything is a gray area. Yes, there is somebody that's wrong, but why were they wrong? Were they truly wrong? And you're not going to find that out until you have that conversation, right? And it's very important to say that look at from standing in their shoes, right? Standing in their how did they get to that situation? Or they have something shitty going on in their life, right? I remember all the time, back in the day in Flipside, like everybody would come to me, why is Nico always so like acting like that? And I always have to say, man, he's going through a lot of bullshit right now. Like, and even somebody that I might, have issues with, I would have to say, look at it from their footsteps and what they're going through. He's going through hell at work, or he's going through this at work. And that's just an example because the first example that came to my head. But that's what I mean by that. And it's very important to say at the same time, like you said, but somebody did mess up first. Like there is a mistake that happened here. What is the mistake? And let's go figure it out and make it better.
It still circles back around to what I said, though, because even if what you're saying is true, the situation that makes the person wrong doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that, because I can be sympathetic depending on the situation. So I don't want to say that your thought isn't something to take into account. Let's say Josh had a bad day because do you have pets, Josh? I
have cats. I have cats.
Okay, so Josh had a dog that died, and he was a complete dick. So I go at him, and he's like, "My bad, my dog died." Then I get to call it and go, "Okay, is that my problem?" And it can continue or cannot. But that's the thing. You're talking about very out there circumstances. Most of the people in these chats that are making these comments, they don't have you hit them up and they're like, "Oh, my bad. I had a family member pass away." That's not like a reoccurring thing that would say, "Okay, you're having a tough time. Let's let it go." People are just dicks sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I just want to say that doxing is a bitch move. Is a bitch. I can say that because he can't me. So
say that again.
Especially if you're going that far. You know what I mean? That's just horrible.
Say that again, Josh. You kind of.
Did
the internet tried to.
Did I cut out?
Yeah.
You sound good. What'd you say about doxing, Josh?
His internet's all fucking up on him.
Hello.
And he froze.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Maybe.
Am I back? Oh yeah, there's like a crazy windstorm outside, so the internet's a little. Oh, I said the only thing I wanted to say was doxing people is a bitch move, and Gemmett is a bitch, and I said I can say that because he can't dox me. So.
I agree on all the stuff being talked about tonight. Life is complicated, as Major Issue says. All shades of everything. You just need to think about you and your own choices and your responsibility. I agree. Don't ever figure out a way to not take responsibility for something if you messed up. So, Tom says, McClay, you and Nico have beef still. I think I'll always have beef with Nico because he's a perfect example of what we're talking about tonight. Like, you don't say certain things to people and not expect a response, right? And then at the same time, you aren't willing to kind of say not only you're sorry, but like, you messed up, I guess is the way to say it. I'm definitely not a fan of him till to this day, and I'm very open with that. That's that's a reason why I left Flipside. And the reason why the whole thing went down. And I've always said that I'm not perfect. I am one of those people out there that is willing to basically be cool with everybody. But there are two people in this community that I don't respect and I don't like, and I'll always be open with that. So, but I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. All right.
What was real quick? Was Jim Mint called racist because of his whole comments about the swastika that was on Illa's cover?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what he was so mad about, because back in the day, if you remember, Decor was one of the people that really went after Javon Jordan's whole Whatnot cover that he put out because of the swastika things on one of his characters, which again was in my opinion, was a whole misunderstood thing. Like, obviously, Javon Jordan is not a Nazi. That's very fucking obvious, okay? Second of all, the character that
his hand doesn't permit it.
Yeah, and the character that he had Nazi symbols on as the eyes is a villain in his comic book, right? Comic book villains throughout, as long as comic books have been going on, Nazis have been villains in comic books, and there's been swastikas in comic books, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to say that a villain is a villain is a bad guy. Like, I think we're getting too cheesy and too quote unquote woke to not say that a Nazi is a bad guy, and to put that means you can't put Nazi symbols in anything. Well, then we're just forgetting about the symbol. Like, I don't know. It's just, I'm not the best at explaining it. That goes back to having all the information. Yes, you're right.
Like, you can't make a comment without knowing the context.
Yeah.
Which again is why we're having this conversation, because comments were made out of context. Or if you don't know all the information and you choose to make a comment, be prepared to feel stupid about yourself. It's going to come with the territory of hitting send.
Yeah. Amen. Yep. That's a great point. And we're going to segue after this point. One of the best things that piece of advice I was ever told, back when I used to work in the space and defense world, I had an engineer buddy that was just like super smart, and I'm actually going to see him this week, this upcoming Friday, to hang out for lunch. He was just a really, really good dude, and he grew up in Cold War Poland, right? And his dad escaped, and he never knew his dad. He thought that the solidarity, the anti-solidarity movement had killed his dad. He never knew that his dad escaped to Arizona. And it wasn't until the Cold War ended that he found out his dad was still alive, and that he was in Arizona, and he brought his family out to Arizona. So there's a weird, when you talk to people that grew up in that life, in Cold War, Russia or Poland or whatever, it's a totally different mindset. And one of the things that he told me that always stuck with me, he said, when you're really angry about something and you're getting ready to send a big text or an email, two things. One, stop, settle down and reread it. And two, ask somebody that you trust, whether it's a coworker or a friend, to read it, and if you should send it or not. Because you're just so angry at the time. And it was always just a great piece of advice. So I will say that before you hit that send button, just take a moment and think if you're a little too hot-headed. Because we all get hot-headed, don't get me wrong. We all get angry, and we all yell and scream, especially men. We're very good at that. And Hood, don't act like you don't do it, because we all do. I'll get Miss Red Hood on here. And we'll prove that. All right. That being said, that is a long, drawn-out comic book drama alert segment for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Let's get into some comic book talk. Some real comic book talk. No longer drama alert. Richie, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's go, Richie.
So thank you guys for watching. If you're not aware, my name is Rich Taylor. Guys call me Dollar. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook Live. It's called Popcorn Culture. Culture spelled like it is, but it's a 1 and 7L. So I appreciate your subscription. I'm trying to get more content out, but life happens. So I appreciate it if you subscribe over there. All right. This is breaking. It's a report. It's an exclusive report by Daniel RPK, and he is saying that, according to the headline, MCU new Disney Plus Secret Invasion villain details revealed report. New details have come to life about the villains in the MCU's newest upcoming Disney Plus show, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is set to be arguably the biggest MCU Disney Plus show yet, being officially designated as the MCU's first true, quote, crossover event, end quote. Although it's still a mystery what that truly means to all of us. The villains set to take on Nick Fury and Talos in this series will be a sect of rogue Skrulls that have invaded Earth over the past few years, just like the comics, which will force the unlikely duo to team up in order to figure out which MCU characters are imposters and are Skrulls and not the actual character. After a piece of merchandise revealed that the, quote, rogue Skrull leader, Gravik, end quote, will be the series' big bad or villain in September of 2022, another new rumor is catching heat, giving fans new insight into some upcoming antagonists. And it goes on, it says Secret Invasion rumor teases villain details. The Cosmic Circus revealed new details about the Skrulls' villainous plans in the 2023 Disney Plus series Secret Invasion. The rumor partially explained why the series is taking place in Russia, noting that this country and its neighbors will serve as key locations for the rogue Skrull group led by Kingsley Ben-Adir's antagonists. Did I say his name there? Kingsley Ben-Adir's? One specific region of Russia will reportedly play a key role in the rogue Skrulls' plans, with the location potentially being the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. That's cool. However, it's unclear if it will be revealed as Chernobyl or if it will just be an undisclosed nuclear power plant. The Skrulls are said to be building a device in the underground levels of the planet, which was shown in the trailer that premiered at D23, which I thought the trailer was the best trailer at D23.
Yeah.
And I think that got a lot of us, I mean, I just me speaking here and talking to people, at least for me, it got me excited because I was not excited about this series. When they announced this, the only thing I could think of is that stupid Secret Invasion #1 with a 1 million print run or something like that. So I was just like, oh God, but hey, that trailer came out and now I'm excited. Well, it is still unknown though what this device does that's in this picture in the trailer, and I'm going to show you in a second. The theory goes strong right now is that it will be used to create the MCU Super Skrulls. Now I'm going to show this to you guys real quick. Let me get on here and share my screen.
Yeah, I agree that the
sorry, that's serious.
Yeah,
that's my girl. So Mama drama. So you see the power plant right there? It's supposed to be Chernobyl. Can you see that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what they're talking about, and they're saying that Chernobyl-looking power plant is supposed to be the new what did I call it? This Super Skrull. What did I call it? I'm sorry, I missed it on the report.
Breeding zone.
Yeah, it's like basically they're going to be creating power, really powerful Super Skrulls, but the MCU's version. Now it goes on to say, will Secret Invasion introduce Super Skrulls? Well, remember, this is just a report and it's rumors. There's nothing confirmed. This has not come from Feige, okay? And I'm going to allude to this in a second. This is important for you speculators out there that dig in back issue bins and look for dollar bin books for MCU spec, but with a dozen huge names confirmed and rumored for appearance in the series, these new rumblings only ramp up the stakes even further for what the MCU's take on the MCU Secret Invasion storyline could deliver. Other merchandise has teased the idea of Skrull God being utilized in this series, which could be what eventually leads to the Super Skrulls being created later in the plot.
Can you click on that Skrull God? I want to see what they talk about for that reason. Ooh.
Yeah, so it goes into this. This is from April of last year.
A calendar.
And, we'll get into that in a second. Let me go ahead and finish this one real quick. And then, unfortunately, the show was rumored to be facing a significant delay like everything else. from its original spring 2023 release date, with the story most likely not hitting Disney Plus until sometime in June. Once the story does come to life, the Skrulls will once again become a vital part of the MCU's greater Earthbound stories. Now, so speculators, get back on those Skrull books. They're cheap right now. Cheap as a mother effer. Okay. Let's get back into my content here. There's a new rumor that is further hinting at Deadpool facing our favorite team to speculate on, the TVA. Whatever happened to Justice Peace? Anyways, no, I'm kidding. But anyways, yeah. So they're going on. They're trying to figure out if Charles Murphy is in here saying that, you know, they're trying to figure out how much time traveling and reality jumping they're going to be doing. Well, according to this report on Murphy's multiverse site, alluded by Jeff Schneider, Brucifer's favorite scooper. Shout out Brucifer. Tara Strong, Miss Minutes, is heavily rumored to appear in this movie. There's a possibility that we get some hint at this Deadpool adventure in the second season of Loki as well, which will continue the storyline after Sylvie unleashed the multiverse in the events we're seeing unfold in the current saga of the MCU in the first season of Loki. According to the lady that plays Miss Minutes, Tara Strong, she's saying that she's very excited for all upcoming MCU projects. So she's not very clear. It hasn't been confirmed. But if Murphy's running it, I feel pretty good about it. He's not 100%, but I feel pretty good about it. Now, I'm going to allude you into something real quick here, guys. I don't know if you've noticed on the market, but the MCU spec market's been a little bit dead. We talked about this Marvel Studio Spoilers, a huge subreddit for MCU theories, spec, leaks, rumors, announcements, and stuff like that. I am already seeing, not only on the market, but I'm already seeing on these insiders, these journalists, scoopers, whatever you want to call them, clickbait sites, they're already changing their websites. So these websites I used to go to that are like not the trade sites like Entertainment Tonight and Deadline, but like Murphy, Paul RPK, or Daniel RPK, stuff like that, the Direct. I'm seeing the rumors in the news sections it's just all news now. There's no more rumors. I've seen it on 3 sites this week change. And it has been alluded by the Marvel Studio Spoiler subreddit mods that they don't want any it's bullshit, and they try to vet it down as much as they can. Well, now that giant subreddit it is wild. 10 million people in that subreddit kind of held a little bit of responsibility to the insiders, or they would be called out. And now that subreddit is gone, these websites are changing their news from actual news to rumors to just combining it all. And people are having to dig to look for their spec.
So a lot of people in the chat are asking why is that picture like that, and it's because the picture is just Deadpool in front of Loki, so that's why it's like that. But that being said, there is a bunch of rumors that Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be fighting about is the TVA, and they're going to be like fighting the multiverse, and that's how they got brought together, and that's very obvious. I think we all kind of knew that, and then what's his name said that Wolverine is there to end the multiverse. Like that's one of his jobs, is to bring an end to the multiverse. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the TVA Morbius rumor is more of a theory based on source material, because supposedly Cable's coming back, and then there was a report from not Feige, but I believe the director or one of the screenwriters that said that they're going to be using his slide timing device on his wrist. So people automatically assumed like, okay, so there's a connection to Loki, with the time travel, reality travels. So that got some steam. Now this is new stuff. This is just the last day, and Tara Strong is, She's not confirming, but it sounds like Miss Menace is going to show up in Deadpool 3. I think this character can really take off, and there's not really any comic book stuff to talk about with this character besides you got Timeless One. This is the Ramos open to order variant. This is her first cover appearance, not in the book. And this is the second print color splash. I think it's like a 1 in 25, 1 in 50. Right now, that's all we have to go through, unless you guys can, unless she showed up this weekend and I didn't hear about it.
Yeah,
Didn't she have another Timeless cover? She was on like.
Oh yeah, that was the one where it's kind of running. Yeah, I'm talking about like a first appearance kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for her to show up in the comics though, too, at the same time.
Yeah, and I thought the whole like what's her name on WandaVision, Kat Dennings' character. Yeah, so she shows up in the Guts for the first time because she was on the cover of that Thor book, right? And she shows up in the Guts for the first time, and that book got some heat. I'm thinking Miss Minutes might be has opportunity to take off. It's a cool character. So
Paul Diggs had a comment earlier about Hercules being the first appearance, guys. I was just Googling, so this is info for me, but we've got Incredible Hercules 120 is what cover price is listed as the first appearance of the Scroll God. So this is super interesting because you think of all the obscure first appearances that could pop up somewhere. So,
you know what I like about what you just said? That's just one more reason to not call that Incredible Hercules run as the worst run in all of comics. So go be on the lookout for those.
New report today came out that Vincent D'Onofrio is eyeing the Kingpin versus Spider-Man battle on screen, and he's fired up about it.
He should. That's perfect. He should be.
This dropped by Richard Nebbins on the direct March 26th. Says D'Onofrio eyeing Kingpin versus Spider-Man battle in an appearance at Raleig's GalaxyCon this weekend via at Marvel Flicks Twitter account, which I'll show in a second. Oh, let's just do that right now. Okay, and do that. I need to get smoother at this. I suck at it. All right. So where are we at here?
I'll comment on the video after the fact.
Can you see the Twitter? Can you guys see the Twitter?
Yeah.
Let me remove that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so here it is. Sure this tab instead. Bam. There's the Twitter. It says Vincent D'Onofrio revela que es muy posible en Puerto. I think that's Spanish. It could be a little Portuguese in there too. That
Where's
bottom
Joe?
one.
Yeah,
was that
he just left.
he had to leave.
So I'll put it in translation. Kingpin star Vincent D'Onofrio hyped up a potential on-screen meeting with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. While he didn't specify if or when he would appear in the MCU or in a Spider-Man movie, period, he offered a terrifying statement for the web slinger while hyped up his future for fans for him to come. He says, quote, eventually I will beat Spider-Man's ass, end quote. Oh,
there you go.
I got goosebumps. So yeah, that's geek. That's geek to me. I like that. I really like Vincent D'Onofrio. He's I mean, we all do. I watched this movie. It's or this show. It's called Godfather. I think it's called Godfather of Harlem. And he plays a big mob boss in there named Chin. And it's a cheesy show, but it's based on historical facts. And so they call it not unfiction. I don't know what they call it. But anyways, he's great in it. I really highly suggest it, especially if you like those mafioso movies. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. I thought he killed it as Kingpin in like the Daredevil run. Like I like villains that you almost want to side with them, but you still know they're wrong, so you can't.
Yep.
And he did it so well because you're like, I get it. You're going too far, but I get it.
Dude, that scene where he was slamming that dude's head in the car door, I was like, dude, this is fucking one of the best.
You know what scene fucked with me? Seriously? Do you remember the scene when he goes into the art gallery and he's just staring at the white painting?
Yeah. That was good. It reminded me of The Cell. Remember The Cell back in the day?
Uh-huh.
With Jennifer Lopez?
and there's not much going on besides him comprehending this snow white sheet in front of him. And you're like, all right, this dude's got some shit going on in his brain. Ugh. Well, hey, guys, I'm going to take off for the night. I got to go feed a child. He just looked at me like I'm hungry. Appreciate you guys having me on. Please go back and watch the comic drama, everybody, because the final words for me is what we do is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of really entertaining things. And I think everybody needs to take a deep breath and stop tainting it. Not everybody. The people that choose to try to capitalize on specific situations, right is right, wrong's wrong. And let's get back to enjoying it and letting other people have their opinions, and taking it with a grain of salt and either applying it to yourself or leave it where you read it and move on with your life.
And be open to the conversation, man.
Please.
Yep. All right, brother.
I would respect anybody else that hates what I do to call me and say, I don't like you. And I would never block you. I'm open to that conversation because you're not going to like everybody you meet in this life. So it's just going to make you a more well-rounded person. The more people you deal with, the more personalities, good or bad.
Amen. Thanks, brother.
Well said.
Good night, guys.
All right, later, bro.
Later,
And send Anthony nudes. Send him nudes. He won't block you.
Oh. Peace.
I just sent him feet pic instead.
Yeah.
All right, so a character that got some heat. The first appearance was on the Hot 10 a couple weeks, I believe. But the Israeli Jewish superheroine Sabra and Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Captain America, with Danny Ramirez filming Captain America 4 in Atlanta. There is a sneak shot of it. Let me go ahead and get you there. And here is your first of her. That's just, she's kind of just wearing, like, I guess, her regular clothes, alter ego. Dude, he's jacked,
yeah.
Mackie. Damn. But anyways, here is her first appearance in Cameo. You guys can make your own decisions.
I love that cover, dude.
Oh yeah, me too. There are Mark Jewelers available for this edition, and I didn't check the date, but I'm looking at the price tag. I'm guessing there are Canadian price variants, but I could be wrong. If there is, it would be 95 cents during that time. Here is, I believe it's 256. My eyes are getting bad. I can't see that big, but this is their first full introduction of this really popular character. I mean, as a comic book fan, she was one of my, I'm totally joking. I didn't have any idea who this person was. And then when I found out she was a Jewish superheroine, I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. There's just not a lot of Israeli and Jewish, characters. And I have a lot of friends that are Jewish and from Israel, and it warms my heart. So I'm glad that this is happening. Here is your first full introduction or first full appearance of her. Make your own decisions. I don't care. That is 256. Making Daredevil an Avenger in Kang Dynasty. This is a rumor. It's not confirmed, but according to Charles Murphy's website, he's saying that a rumor is making rounds that Daredevil will be made an official Avenger in Kang Dynasty. Thanks for watching.
Hell yeah, brother. Great job right
Make
there.
sure to add Richie if you don't agree. No, I'm joking.
Hey, Josh, talk about those Spider-Man 36 Italian. I never knew that they had the one that has the little ribbon on it. They did like a variant of the variant.
Twin Tower on it?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the 9/11 anniversary thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few countries that did the all black cover.
This is what I'm talking about. This was something that I brought up earlier in the show that is badass that I totally didn't know about that they did.
I still need to go to that shop that has the one from Mexico.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure it's still in that back issue bin too.
Dude, that's sick that they did one with, because I've never seen this with the ribbon.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that has the ribbon. All the other ones are just did the black cover.
Yeah, it's badass.
It's
dude.
dope.
It's very cool.
And there's newsstands for the American version.
Yes.
As well.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, let's get into some more interesting stuff. For those of you guys that didn't get to watch the Hot 10 this week, there were some books from WonderCon on the Hot 10. Now, WonderCon is happening this weekend, right? It's going on right now. So there are some books there, but something that I want to talk about real quick before we get into the rest of the WonderCon stuff. These books were on the Hot 10, okay? And you know, Stein, one thing he does is he'll never really talk about the stores that some of these books might come from as exclusive variants. And here's the thing that I don't understand. They're calling them WonderCon exclusives and putting the WonderCon logo on them. But will these books be available outside of WonderCon is the question. Because they're coming from the Comic Mint, if I'm not mistaken. And
I would assume from their website, right? You could probably order before and after.
Yeah, so that's my question. And you're also seeing these books on other people's. I think the Comic Mint is one of the stores that does like where they'll work with other shops and give other shops the ability to have their variants. Look how beautiful those Lobos books are, man. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But I saw 789 had them and all kinds of stuff. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because earlier in the day, I got somebody sent me that image of, you know, the 789. Let me go ahead and bring this up here.
Are they doing weird stuff with the numbering again of how many copies actually exist out there?
Well, it's not just that, but the fact that, like, it says, you know, on the Hot 10, don't miss our Will Jack variant. And I know a lot of people are going to start, you know, throwing shade at Stein for that. So be on the lookout for that. But Stein doesn't fucking know which stores. Stein's not the type of person that goes and looks for these stores. So just a heads up. It is kind of weird, though, that these books are being called exclusive variants from WonderCon when I think of a exclusive variants from a con, they're only available at the con. And they'll never be available again.
Right.
So.
Or at least available through the official retailer. Like whoever's hosting the con and stuff like that. That's what when I hear the words con variant, that's what I usually goes to mind, right? Or it's from a publisher that's only gonna this is only gonna show up at this con.
Well, the Mandalorian is that Mandalorian book that was number 1? Is that going to be is that an exclusive book also?
I don't know.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Mandalorian that was number 1 on the Hot 10 list. Is that an exclusive store book also? That's because if that's the case, because it's quote unquote WonderCon variant. But anyways. We'll see. It kind of pisses me off that they do that. I was never a big fan of that, about how they pull that shit where, you know, they'll say it's an con exclusive, and then after the con you see them being sold at their store or online or this and that. But anyways, it is what it is. There was some other stuff that I wanted to get to that I just can't find right now, so I might save them for next week. But that being said, some more WonderCon stuff. We have... I thought this was funny. I love the fact that... where is it?
Oh, Manny, real quick. We talked about the Jonathan Major troubles earlier in the show.
Yes, yeah. So you guys know, if you've been watching anything that I've put out over the last couple of years, there is a artist that I talk about quite often, and that is David Cho, famous artist that has a comic book that he did years ago that's super tough to find. But I thought this was funny because this is the type of shit that I love when artists do this type of thing. This is from Dinesh. Shout out to Dinesh. He put this out. Dinesh said, literally genius. David Cho loves to come to WonderCon and surprise fans. This year, he posted a video of a sign at this abandoned booth. So David Cho put this out, not for sale, please don't steal. It's a picture of a cookie with a cookie and a penny on it, right? And then he left it at this abandoned booth at WonderCon. Nobody's at this booth, and this is the video from David Cho. And whoever got there fast enough got it. And he got there fast enough and got it. And that's a super cool piece, right? You know, even though Skottie Young does this, I believe also. He'll go to like whenever he's eating dinner, he'll like pull out a piece of paper or a napkin and he'll draw on them, and then he'll put on his, you know, website, hey, at this site at this time I'm leaving now, and people will be able to go in and grab them. So
so someone did that recently, or probably like a year or two ago now. Tony Hawk left a skateboard near international, the IAH Houston airport, and then he just put it on Twitter like, "Hey, like I'm leaving the skateboard here. Anyone that comes by here can grab it. Like I'm headed off onto a flight." And then some worker from the airport knew exactly where that was, grabbed the skateboard, and then retweeted like, "Hey, I found your skateboard."
So that's sweet.
Yeah,
that is cool shit, dude. I love that type of stuff. And like I said, Skottie Young is very, very big at doing that type of stuff. So make sure you guys are following Skottie Young's website.
but it looks like he left behind the cookie and the penny.
Yeah, he did. He should have taken them too. Yeah. Speaking of those variants, Will Jack was one of the artists of that Catwoman variant. He said, "I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow. Swing by if you're attending." And he said he might have some of these books available. That is such great art right there. That Power Girl variant is so good. Just amazing right there. So Will Jack, make sure you guys go check him out. New up-and-coming artist in our world. He's been just putting out really, really cool stuff lately. So be on the lookout. And also, what just happened there? I want to go to eBay and take a look at all the WonderCon variants, because there's not one site where we can go and find all the WonderCon exclusives. All right, that would always be great. Back in the day, there used to be like that one site that would always have all the exclusives. So it's hard to find exclusives these days all at one site. If you guys know a good site for that, send it my way. Come hang out on the Discord. Let me know. But here is, and let's go best match. Some of the exclusives at WonderCon. A ton of Funko exclusives. And those are all going by the wayside, so who cares?
Soon to be found in the Arizona dumpsters, right?
Yeah, exactly. The big one being the Freddy Funko clown variant. So there you guys go. If you guys collect all the Freddy Funko issues, there's the clown variant for that one. That's being, looks like it's the big one at this year's exclusive list, selling for 300 plus.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, look at them; they're all just Funkos so far.
But I mean, those usually phase out really fast after the convention, right?
Yeah,
like
285.
Like over this weekend, and then like sometime next week. I'm guessing the prices all dip, kind of. I mean, I don't follow the space that closely.
400 really for that Snagglepuss. Holy cow!
Snagglepuss.
Yeah, I always like that. More Funkos. How long until we get to the first comic? Here is a Last of Us Fireflies enamel pin. More Funkos. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a pin. More stupid Funkos, and all the Funko fans are yelling obscenities at me right now. Jesus, where's the first comic?
Would you type in the search just out of curiosity?
WonderCon 2023 exclusives.
Oh wow.
Am I only in the Funko category? I don't think so. All categories.
It's gonna be like 3 pages before we
Jesus.
hit a comic or something.
What if we type comic? Let's go type comic. Comic. And we get more Funkos. There we go. So 65 for the Wheeljack Catwoman. There's the Vandalorian, 70. 55. 70 for the Poison Ivy. 89. Not too bad for sales on those. I mean, they're not sales, I get that, but what do we got there? Usagi Yojimbo Eastman variant at WonderCon. There's a signed by E.M. Gist. Man, that's freaking awesome, dude. Lobos is just so good. He's so good. The Hive Boys were very, very smart to go jump on as much shit as he is. There we go. The Do You Poo straight out of Compton WonderCon.
Need the fart noise.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, that's
Have you talked about those Disney cards yet?
Not yet. They are coming up, my friend. They are coming up. As a matter of fact, now they are next. Because one of my favorite follows on IG is a character by the name of the Great Curator. He's somebody that people just love to hate, but he does show some really cool stuff out there when it comes to card collectibles and Disney collectibles. He does some cool things, shows some cool things. But one of the coolest things that I saw was he opened a bunch of these Disney cards. So for those of you guys that don't know, these are the new Disney cards that are coming out of China, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every time I say the company's name, I laugh. It's Kakao.
Yeah.
Kakao.
Perfect timing, Chad Cave. Someone say they needed a fart noise. That was about as perfect as it can get. And a new subscriber. You shall receive, right? And a new subscriber. Thank you, Sheep.
I'm salty. I didn't know about these cards because they're gorgeous.
They are. And, well, here's the thing. If you're going to buy these, do not buy just the packs. Make sure you're buying unopened boxes. They are beautiful. Look at some of these. Here we go. This is him.
I'm just buying singles of the ones I want.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna risk like trying to open a box or whatever.
The packs are even like, man, it was just for China.
Yeah. So these are just gorgeous. Here we go. This is him opening them. Here's the hits that he got. You guys saw the dragon. Was it the tiger or the dragon? The tiger.
It's the
Zodiac.
Tiger. Yeah. The Chinese Zodiac one.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the special cards in the box are the Chinese Zodiac.
All right, sorry about that. I cut out. I didn't change the card out. I swear to God, I didn't change the card out. All right, you can still see it. Zodiac card right there. Okay. All right, we're back. We're back. All right. Here we go. Belle. Ooh, Snow White.
They're beautiful cards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The Barley, who cares about him? The Rock! You got a rock right here. Okay, here we go.
The hit.
What is this? I think it's a
Look
Zodiac.
How beautiful this is. So beautiful. Tops and Fanatics take
it's a
note.
Zodiac. These are out of 666, which seems like a lot, but that's a lucky number in Chinese. And these are all Mickey cards. Right? It's a Chinese Zodiac. It's my first Chinese Zodiac pull of the night. I think you only get one of these per case too. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, a case hit too.
Chinese Zodiac. There's only 12. There's 12 that you can get. You pick what animal you want and will it into existence. I say the dragon, the tiger, or this is the year of the rabbit, I think, right? This could be the year of the rabbit.
So beautiful. He did a good job on opening these two on IG.
What do we got here? Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Here we go. Ooh, look at this. I'm just looking at the artwork here, guys. It's pretty amazing. Oh, I think you got the tiger. The tiger! Right there, baby.
Yeah.
Zodiac tiger out of 666. Lucky number. Beautiful. Ooh, that's badass.
And I was born
saying
on the
the
year of
dragon
tiger,
or the
so now I
tiger.
really want one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think aren't those all, they're selling for like $100, or are they going for more now?
I'm not sure.
It's about 75 to 100.
Yeah.
What the auctions are ending at. So.
Per box or per card?
For that single card.
Okay.
Chad's these are from China. You can't get these at Target or Walmart. And Solo Wookiee, I think the boxes sell for like $600 a box now, or like more.
Yeah, before they were released, I think I saw some websites that were selling pre-order boxes for like $150.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, because
like
a case is $6,000.
Yeah, but as soon as people started opening them, the prices like shot up like crazy.
Well, here's the important part.
Packs are awesome.
Yeah, here's the hits. Some of the good hits that he pulled. Dude, the chromes are nice. Look how nice
there was
chromes
are. Do you follow slab stocks?
All right,
like on IG.
So here's the thing, you guys. You do not want to buy just regular packs because.
Pro tip, if you're buying into this Disney 100 product, try to avoid buying single packs. All the hits in the box are the last 4 packs of each box. They can be predicted. Okay, so try not to buy individual packs unless you see them come straight out of the box.
So there you go. Again, I wouldn't buy with breakers either because you just can't trust them. If you know where the hits are, you just can't trust it. But buy singles on these. I would suggest trying to buy. Look how badass this Steamboat Willie card is.
Nice.
Great design.
Have you seen that someone pulled the 1-of-1 Alice in Wonderland card?
Oh no.
Yeah, and like it sold for like multiple thousands of dollars or something like that.
Well, there was I think it's this set. There was a single card that you could buy that cost like $7,000 or something like that. Hold on, let me find this link and I'll send it to you.
Cruella card. That's actually a cool card.
Yeah, I like that card. Yeah. Looks great with the all black background.
Beautiful.
So these are just trading cards and they're not part of a game?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't believe they didn't make them here. Why? Like, what's the point of not doing that?
They got to pump the numbers up for Hong Kong Disney World.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go follow the great creator. I like his stuff.
It was super limited too.
Yeah.
That set.
Wait, it's like only like 4,000 cases, right, or something like that?
Yes. Yes.
They're called Phantom.
I don't remember how many boxes were in a case.
They're called Phantom. Disney 100 Phantom. So.
Cacawa. I'm trying to
it's always fun typing that in to
search
search.
Part of that set.
Yeah, that's good shit. All right, so next. This got me down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I think you guys will enjoy this if you've never seen them. But, not everybody were fans of Skottie Young baby variants when they first came out. Some of us thought they were cheesy, including myself, and boy, was I wrong. I fell in love with them. And I saw this on his IG. He says, check it out, the new Blade statue based on my cover art is available for pre-order from Gentle Giant, and reminded me that Gentle Giant makes these little mini statues. They're about this big, maybe a little bit bigger, probably about like that. And they're just perfect representations of his art. So here's the Blade one, as you can see. Really, really cool. And
I really like these because they limit how many they actually produce, like, and they're individually numbered at the bottom, like handwritten, like where it's like the number, whatever number statue that is, slash like out of whatever it's limited to.
Yeah. So it's very hard to find a list of all of them or a site that has them all. It's so surprising to just try and find those. A list of them all. You can't find one site that you would think would have them all there, which is a bummer. But
I'd be really surprised if Gentle Giants themselves didn't have.
They don't
like a list of it.
They only show
because like
the newest
because
ones.
because it was distributed by Diamond for a long time.
Yeah, they only show the newest ones available. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to go through the next best thing, eBay, to show you them all. All right, so let's see here. I like this one. This is the Venom one, where he's...
Oh, no.
Yeah, here's the original. Yeah. And then here's the statue. As you guys can see, looks so good.
So I used to work at ThinkGeek, and they used to have a bunch of these. And they would just sit on the shelf for a long time because like most of the people that were shopping at the mall weren't really into these comics. And then like most of them were only priced at like maybe at tops like $50 or something like that. And then every so often, to mark out inventory and stuff like that, they would slash the prices down like to like maybe $35 or even less. And I've picked up like a couple just because I was like kind of like, oh, these are really cool. And Skottie Young's coming to a con in Houston.
Yeah.
So
I really like this Deadpool one too.
Yeah, with the plungers.
Yeah. My favorite one though, and I'll show you when it pops up. This is a good one too, because he's flying. And these look great when you have them all together in a case. So, oh, dude, they look so good. And here's my favorite one.
Yeah, and they're actually fragile too.
Yes.
So like if you buy one, just be aware that they are
have
breakable.
to get one of these, man. Just so badass. Have him sign the balloon on the back. Look at that.
Yeah, and he'll gladly sign those too. Like when you bring them to him at a con. The one I have is the Spider-Gwen one.
Yeah, this is really good with the yo-yo.
With the yo-yo, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are people asking for those right now?
110.
Okay. I'm not complaining about that. I mean, I got it for less than $20, so.
This is a good one too. He's bamfing. Nightcrawler. I wish they did a Morbius one where he's drinking the baby bottle, but they don't. Here's the and here's the bottom, like Yi was talking about. So it was out of 3,000. This is number 1445. Some of them are less than 3,000. Some of them are 1,500. So man, that Thanos one is so good. The Spider-Gwen one's good too.
The balloon actually spins around too.
This one has the Elektra has a white outfit variant that's numbered to 250 from San Diego.
Oh, but it looks like it's San Diego Comic-Con.
So here's the original, and then there's the San Diego. There's the Punisher, Daredevil. There's regular Thanos, the Come At Me Bro one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
So I would check GameStops to see if they have any on clearance. Would be my tip if you're looking for these instead of just buying one on eBay.
Yeah. Man, these are so great. So just another thing that your guys' wives are going to love that I showed you, because you're going to be spending money on them. They're going to be like, why are you buying these baby statues? This is a good one right here. The Black Panther with the ball of yarn. There you guys go.
But you could always throw it back in the SO's face. Like, don't you remember the what are those little babies called?
Chibis?
The enamel baby. No, not Chibis, but the
Mortal
Hubble.
Wonders or whatever. Beautiful Wonders.
Hobble, something like that. I don't know.
There's a flying one of Falcon, Winter Soldier. Man, that Vision one is good. Thor. The Venom one's good too, but there's a ton of them. So be on the lookout for them. There is probably 30 of them, I would say. Let's go to images here, so you guys can see some better. That's pretty cool. Look at that one.
Oh yeah. And we got Josh back.
And then
welcome back.
I mean, look how great they look when they're all together like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so good. I mean, that is just great stuff. So be on the lookout for these. I know people are gonna want to start collecting them, and they should. They're badass. This is a cool collectible right here. Here you go. They did a little interview with him where he talks about them all. There's just a ton of them. Here we go. Open image, a new tab. There you go. It's a good idea to see a bunch of them all together. Let's see if there's any really cool ones that we haven't talked about yet. Moon Knight's okay. They need to make the baby bot. Oh, there's the Apocalypse. It's pretty good. Storm's pretty good.
But it's really cool that they like made a 3D model of like these figures that are based off of like different Skottie Young comic books.
There you go. All you Gwenpool fans. It's a convention exclusive. That one's good. Let's see here. The Deadpool, the baby Thanos, the Gwenpool, the Venom. Those are the best so far. Loki's pretty good. I don't see any. There's a Peter Parker Spider-Man one. That one's pretty good too with Mary Jane. That one's so good, dude. The Venom with the Spider-Man lollipop.
Oh yeah.
That one's good too, where he's changing into the symbiote.
Wasn't that one of the first like baby covers too?
This one? I'm not sure.
Yeah, or it was one of the early ones, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I just know the first one was the Red She-Hulk.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, so again, the coolest ones I think are the ones we show. They just need to make a Morbius, but there you go. Be on the lookout for the Skottie Young statues. Very, very cool. And I'm going to be rating Jesse James Comics for mine here shortly. So go to your local comic shops.
Chad Cave got it. The Hummels.
The Hummels. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right. Let's move on real quick here. Let's go to June 2023 solicitations. Shout out to our favorite site, Bleeding Fool, Bleeding Stool, Bleeding Cool, to talk about these. Let's just go with the major ones. Starting off with, where is Marvel? Starting off with Marvel. And look at some of these are books that are going to be coming out in June. Here we go. See if there's any good covers that we can be on the lookout for. I like this. That's not too bad. That Miles right there. So be on the lookout. There's some, for all you Miles fans, there's a decent Miles book to be on the lookout for. Here's a wraparound cover for Ultimate Invasion. The Maker. Love that character. You knew that character was going to be there. Some Hulk books. They're doing a Herb Trimp Hidden Gem variant. There's also a Skottie Young cover for this that they don't show. Here's some Black Panther books. That's badass. Look at that.
Is that from the that video game studio cover?
It says Raza.
Oh, Raza. Okay.
Yeah. Torrin Clark, Women of Marvel, Raza, Skottie Young, Steve Rude, And Mateus, variant cover by Mr. Garson. Stormbreakers. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Raza. I could be wrong, though. Maybe that's Raza. I don't know. That's badass. That's sick. I can't wait for that one. That one's pretty cool. Loki.
I like the collage covers.
Yeah. Loki. That one's not terrible. I think that's Frank Miller, right? That one's pretty good. Marvel Icons. Continuing. Scarlet Witch. Here's some more Avengers. This Amazing Spider-Man. That's interesting. Look at this.
Oh, that suit's coming back?
Yeah.
Or that...
I was going to say, that's one of the new Spider
characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what that one was.
It was from the Edge of
Spider-Weaver.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's badass. Look at that. That's really badass right there. That's pretty good, too. All three of these are decent.
Was it going to get people excited enough to start reading Spider-Man again?
Probably not.
Badger Blood.
They're doing facsimiles of 121 and 122. Big Boos. Who cares? Tired of both of those characters. Yuck. Here we go. There's a Rian Gonzalez group variant. That's actually pretty good. Who's that? Like a Yondu type character? That looks like Chainsaw Man. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
I was going to say the one on the right looks really trippy.
Yeah. Warlock Rebirth. Guardians. That's pretty dope. That middle one. Daredevil and Echo. Where's Hood when we need him? Ooh, badass. Danny Ketch. There's a Momoko that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I think that's Momoko, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Momoko's been doing pretty good with the Ghost Rider covers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All those are good. Venom. There's a Venom version, a symbiote version of the dude from Mortal Kombat.
Kang, right?
Goro.
Goro, there you go.
Silk, that's pretty dope.
Is everything turning into a Western now, though?
Yeah.
That's like at least the second or third cowboy hat I've seen.
Extreme Venomverse, Spider-Verse.
I thought they were ending Spider-Verse, though.
Yeah. What the fuck? That's weird. Spider-Man India. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Cult of Carnage Misery. Son of Origins. There you go.
I like the animal cover, yeah.
I do too, yeah. Venom Lethal Protector. Marvel Voices Pride. Spider-Gwen Shadow. God, that's so bad. Oh, man,
I'm so tired of those books.
Yeah.
The land variants?
Yeah.
Like, just let it die.
Yeah. land homaging land. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
These are sick, dude. I love these characters. These are badass right here. The Heralds of Apocalypse. Great design on these characters. I always love these characters from the Powers of X run. Good stuff. Mutant First Strike, Before the Fall. Storm. Captain Britain. There you go. That's badass. X-23 Deadly Regenesis. Number 4. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
I dig it.
There's a Rian Gonzalez Storm. Rogue and Gambit. Excellent. Wolverine. That's pretty badass with the skull. It's a nice Liefeld cover. It's actually got a bunch of feet for Liefeld. Look at those feet. All over the place.
That's just an homage, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that the cover to the trade paperback?
Yeah.
Oh, for the first Wolverine
Yeah.
Solo series? Yeah.
X-Force. X-Men. That's terrible. Oh my god. That is bad. Invincible Iron Man. Captain America. Wait, is that a Ranger? No, maybe not. Captain America Cold War. That's the Pride variant. That's badass.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like a noir Iron Man cover.
That's pretty badass. Doctor Strange.
Ooh, we just got a bunch of sponsors.
Look at that. Nice. Chad Cave has just gifted 10 memberships, you guys.
Wow.
Congrats to T. Jones, Michael Palmer, Mark Slack, Zabit, Big Ol' Irish Balls, and Edwin Aguilar. Thanks, Chad. You fucking rock, bro. Avengers Beyond, Fantastic Four, Hellcat. That's pretty dope. What? I like the back of that, but that's interesting. She-Hulk, Daredevil, Bloodline, Daughter of Blade. That's nice. And Clobbering, there's Moon Knight, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Deadpool, Ghost Rider. That's badass. Bjorn Barons is sick. That's a badass Thor, dude.
Yeah, that's
There's
sick.
that black gauntlet. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Says
Yeah,
here,
dig
Thor
back there.
35. Doctor Doom makes his final stand to control all of humankind, past, present, and future. Thor must defeat him before the course of history and the future of the 10 realms are irrevocably altered. But taming a force powerful enough to destroy free will itself might prove to be a greater challenge than Thor could have imagined. Plus, the mysterious origin of Hela is finally revealed. Planet of the Apes, Predator, that's pretty dope, Alien. And the best cover of the week I will show you guys shortly. But Darth Vader, Black, White, and Blood, Red, number 3. Great covers all around on all of these. There's Mandalorian stuff, Boba Fett, or is that Cobb Vanth or whatever? Mando, Yoda, Sanastaros. That's sick. Ryan Brown. What do you mean not final art? That should be the final art. Holy cow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Probably have to touch it up a little or something like that.
Yeah. Dr. Aphra. Star Wars. Darth Vader. And then we get into all that shit. All right, let's run through the DC stuff really quick for June. And then we'll go through the FOC brought to you by Bird City Comics. Where is that shit?
So this is what's being solicited through, like, I guess, Lunar or previews.
Yeah.
And then it is kind of condensed by publisher.
Yep. Which is nice. Nice.
Yeah.
DC, here we go. All right. DC. Let's see what we got. All right, that book that everybody's been asking where it's coming from is that Zerdy tattoo variant with Penguin. So be on the lookout for that. Penguin number 1. There it is right there. Straight out of Gotham one. So 1 in 50 variant cover. And we've got Dawn of DC coming. That's a nice chessboard cover. More Dawn of DC stuff. Nightwing. Catwoman. Some interesting Catwoman variants there that you can barely see, but a couple of them look really good. Joker Uncovered. That one's already come out. That's got to be like a
trade or something like that.
in a standalone comic. All the variants. Best-selling variant covers featuring the Joker in a standalone comic. The Joker Uncovered.
Oh, so it's just like cover art book?
Yeah. And we got Lex Luthor's Enemies Power Up Silver. Oh, Silver Banshee's a great character. That's a great 1 in 50. That looks interesting.
It's like the Matrix.
You got swimsuit variants. Be on the lookout for those. Let's see here. Superboy. Superman, Son of Superman. Steelworks. That looks interesting. The 1 in 50 looks interesting right there. You can barely see it though. Design variant. Shazam. This is Green Lantern. Interesting. And then you've got Green Arrow. Peacemaker cover. Doom Patrol, which they just canceled, but that 1 in 25 looks pretty good. It looks like a... Is that a Rian Gonzalez? Let's see here. Lyrics did the 1 in 25. Then you've got Harley Quinn. You got a Derek Chu 1 in 25 for that. That looks good. And the Frizen looks good too. Spirit World. City Boy. The Vigil. Titans. Ooh, what's that? Cyborg's Homecoming Gets Complicated. Cyborg number 2. That's interesting. Flash, number 800 right there. You're going to have a variant by Michael Cho, Jeff DeCall, Simone DeMeo, Nakayama, and Otto Schmidt with a special foil variant by Francis Manipal, a 1 in 25 by Javier Rodriguez, a 1 in 50 by Matt Taylor, and a John Boy Myers Superboy cover. So there you guys go. Those are all these. There's the DeCall right there. It's not that good, to be honest. That's a few times that Jeff DeCall doesn't really hit a home run. Here's the Wonder Woman, and Brian Boland has just gotten so bad with female characters. God, is that rough?
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that? Features all new multiversity story by Grant Morrison, DC Pride 2023. Grant Morrison story inside, so be on the lookout for that. There's all the variants. That's a connecting cover variant. Then we've got that Vega variant cover for that. And then an old school one, DC Pride Through the Years. That's interesting. Batman Incorporated number 9. Ooh, look at that. There we go. That's pretty badass, that Peacemaker one right there. The Superman homage.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good too, the 1 in 25. Well, that's pretty creepy. Sandman, Nightmare Country, Glass House. That is creepy. That character was always creepy. There's another Sandman, book 6. The Riddler, year 1. White Knight. There is Static Team Up. Oh, what's that? Bustos variant. And we got some Batman stuff. Ooh, that looks interesting. Villain variant. Black Adam. Some interesting stuff there. Detective. Scooby-Doo. Superman Lost. The Joker. The Man Who Stopped Laughing. Some Batman stuff. Wildcats. Lazarus Planet. Monkey Prince. These are all the trades right here. So there you go. There are all those. And we are going to finish it off with my favorite, brought to you by Bird City Comics and, of course, the great cover price. Let's take a look at one of my favorite IG accounts, Lefteros, with the his FOC selections of the week. Starting off with Superboy, The Man of Tomorrow, #1, cover A. This is the first cameo appearance of the Cosmeteers, so be on the lookout for that.
My hair looks like that when I first wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Next, No One, #1, second print. First appearance of No One, and it's a Kyle Higgins story. So be on the lookout for that. Hulk #14. This is the Skottie Young variant for Hulk #14 with Titan and the Hulk ship, which is so stupid. Scarlet Witch #3, second print. First appearance and cover appearance of Marge. Then Star Wars Darth Vader, black, white, and red #1. That's a great cover, but it's not the greatest cover.
The incentives on those covers.
We're gonna get
the
to
1
that
in 25.
Yeah. Strange Academy Finals #6. Solicitation states this is a story that will change the face of magic, so that could be a good one. Be on the lookout for that. Here are the Timeless variants this week. They're on FOC. And my favorite cover that I've seen in a long time, you guys. Dude.
Yeah, the 1 in 25.
The 1 in 25 Kari Andrews of Vader, black, white, and red is amazing.
Yeah, that's sweet.
The 1 in 50 is nice as well, too.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen that one.
Dude. Just so good. Let me look this up on... let me look up Vader, black, white, and red.
I think John Tyler Christopher needs to take some notes on the negative space covers, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the rest of the covers for black, white, and red. #1. I mean, look how good that... It looks just amazing, even with the trade dress. Oh.
Yeah.
So here we go. There's the 1 in 100 Del Auto.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This is, of course, the main cover, which is nice. And then Art Adams, terrible. Stick with.
It would be good if you were already had the Darth Maul cover.
Yeah. Here's the Jim Chung. Not bad.
That's a pretty nice cover. Yeah.
The cover A for, or that's the variant for A. There's variant B for that. That's pretty good. That'd be a dope print. Here's the Kari Andrews variant A, which is good too. But man, there's a ton of them. Here's the Momoko. Yeah, garbage. This one's badass. It's the Okazaki. And then Tyler Kirkham did his. That's garbage.
Battle damage.
Yeah. I hope to God that's not a Whatnot book. Please. Whatnot book. That is our FOC this week, brought to you by the Great Bird City Comics. All right. Shout out to Drew and Clutch, who are out at WonderCon. Make sure you guys go check them out. And before we get
legs out there too, huh?
Yeah, big legs out there too. And before we get into our pickup segment, which is going to be fun this week, we're going to go into our IG Art Spotlight, the famous segment that we all know and love, where we just see just great art by great artists, including one of the friends of the show that is probably some of the best art I've seen in a long time. Man, this is good. Shout out to Stepford Wolf Art. Stepford Wolf Comics did this hand-painted Darth Maul. Is absolutely amazing. And pay no mind to the person they thank, because he's a scumbag. I didn't say that in fake life. But that being said, in a video game. Look how good that is, dude. Stepford Wolf Comics. Make sure you follow Stepford Wolf Comics and get art like that. Holy shit, that is amazing. Shout out to Astro13 also. Man, that's good. Doesn't get much better than that. So that's really good. Next, let's go check in on Glenn Arthur.
Do we need to change the screen?
Oh, did I not change it? Was it not showing it? Oh,
no.
Jesus. I apologize. You should have given me a heads up. I thought it was there the whole time.
My
All
bad.
right. So what I'm going to do... Hold on. There we go.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. Go back and do that.
Go back and do what? To our
hold
previews?
on. Nope. Hold on. There we go. Now I won't say who they think, but look how beautiful that is. Stepford Wolf Comics.
Looks like a photo variant cover.
Yeah.
Dude, that is fucking amazing art. Did it on a Turkish Darth Maul blank variant.
Wasn't there a similar cover to this image for the Dark Horse Darth Maul series?
Yes, but a lot of Darth Maul images look like this.
Yeah, that's true.
That is so good, man. Stepford Wolf Comics. Absolutely amazing job. That's probably some of the best art I've seen in a long time. On a blank variant. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So
where has that photorealism?
Yeah. I've got a couple black blank variants that I'm going to send out her way just to do something similar, because that is unreal. God damn. It's so good. All right, take it down for a second, Yi. All right, 1 second. And then next we have our friend. Okay, go ahead. Bring it back up.
All right.
Glenn Arthur art. Amazing artist on IG. Just does really, really good stuff. Check out this right here. Damn, that is awesome. Love that.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful. So, Glenn Arthur art is just so clean. Such great. Look at that. Holy shit. Beautiful, clean design. Great wood prints and stuff that they do. This is them doing a image painting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the one I was just
from
talking
the sketch
about.
to the coloring.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want one of those prints right there, or the original. Her smoking that fucking fairy blunt. I want to know what strain she's smoking. So check out the podcast. All right, next we have. How about this? This is what digital artists need to show more often. Look how cool this is. Showing how digital art is made. This is the type of shit we need to see more often from you digital artists. From beginning to the end, it'll make people realize how great a lot of your guys' art is.
I like watching McFarlane do his like
this
20-minute drawings or whatever.
This is better right here than McFarlane.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. And then throw another, just those layers on layers on layers, and watch at the end how good it is at the end. Doesn't even look like a digital painting or digital art.
Oh, wow.
Fucking beautiful. So we need to see that more from digital artists. All right, next, here's a new art from a new artist, Jim Aguado. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. All right, I love this stuff. The style art. Let's take a look at his page. Very interesting artist. Reminds me of what's that one artist that looks like this? Very famous artist.
Dolly?
No.
Oh.
Starts with an H, I think. He's recent, within the past couple of years. Very famous artist. Mark something. I forget.
Oh.
But looks like this. Sold a bunch of very, very famous. Did a bunch of very famous album covers.
It has that like surrealism style to it.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Look at that. Wicked. So Jim Agudo. How about this? Laser art. Check this out. Making art using lasers and mirrors. This is sick.
Oh, that's cool. I was not expecting that.
All right? How about this?
Yeah.
Check this out. They crack it in certain ways, and then they... Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, making art using lasers. So, I thought that was pretty cool. And then, finally, this is an artist called Artificial Matte that uses AI, but tells the AI to make it looks like it's on a real canvas. Look how good this art is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's fucking badass. Really, look how good that is. AI art's really, very interesting.
So having AI make a picture of a picture.
Exactly. Yep. Getting
AIception.
Well, here, look at this. Look at that. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Artificial Matte. Give him a follow on IG. Look at how good that is. Sick. Very interesting. Look at this.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Clockwork Orange.
Oh, but like a steampunk version, huh?
Yep. Just beautiful. Look at that. Damn. That's gorgeous. Joker. This is badass too. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a Attack on Titan kind of image.
Fucking sick. So, Artificial Matte. Amazing. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's a cool Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are cool.
Holy shit. Wow.
Now that's the zombie Deadpool we need.
Yeah, AI art's amazing, man. Like, just the stuff it can come up with. Look at that. Jesus. Becoming part of the painting. Oh. That right there is amazing. Yeah. Again, Artificial Matte, one of the best IG arts things on IG. Check him out. Great, great design. I mean, he uses AI for a lot of stuff, but the way he designs the prompts and how he has them look, just beautiful. Great ideas, great thoughts. A lot of really cool comic ideas, too. So, Artificial Matte. That is the IG/art spotlight for Modern Comic Mayhem this week. Let's get into pickups. There's only 3 of us, but we've got some heaters this week. All right, Easy, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So I got my submission back from PSA that I submitted at the TriStar card show back in, what was that, the beginning of February. So I got 20 cards back. Here's some of the lower grade stuff. Like Jeremy Pena base. This only hit an 8. because of like printer lines here. This purple also hit an 8 as well. So I mean, I know the QC was like really tough on Topps Chrome update this year, so I was like kind of like, but I mean, I didn't think it was ever this bad. Like I hit a 4 on a Julio Rodriguez, like, and it's because of this like dent that's like on the back of this line or something like that on the back. So I'm just like kind of like, I'm like, oh, it's so good centered and everything, sharp corners. Like when I got the grade back, everyone was like, it's probably like a surface thing or something like that. But yeah, that back, I mean, they just hit me hard on Julio. Like I sent it in the Sapphire rookie, and I was like, well, this card's gonna pay for the order. Not at an 8, so which I was like kind of like, but I did send in some other cards, and they did treat me very well, so I can't complain. Like on some other Sapphire stuff, like a Jazz Chisholm, I hit a 10 on his rookie, so I was really happy about that. I sent in a couple of Julios of the from the Silver Pack update. I was hoping one of these would hit a 10, but they both hit 9s, so they're the Mojo parallels and stuff like that. So love the design. Was really hoping for one of those to hit a 10. Did not happen.
Yeah, cards can't really be pressed, Chad. It'll give it away, and they'll get the what do they call that with cards where you tamper with them?
Oh yeah, where it's like restoration or tampering.
Yeah.
Or like yeah. Like the best you can do is like wipe down, since like a lot of these I'm sending in are chromes and stuff like that. So I always take a microfiber towel to it beforehand and try to like guess the grade before I send it. Like I try to send stuff that's 9 and above. Jaron Pena, the rookie debut, that hit a 9. I did hit a 9 on a different Julio. So,
nice.
Yeah. Still always hoping for a 10, but Purple Bobby Witt, this hit a 9. This one I was really shocked on. Jalen Green, Silver Prism, this hit a 9.
Okay.
So, like, I was like, kind of like, I'm just going to take a gamble and try to send this in. I did hit a 10 on the Julio rookie debut.
Nice.
So, on the purple refractor. So, like, a lot of those purples, like, if you see other people opening those boxes, they definitely there are a lot of off-centered ones. So I made a trade with Darth Evan for this Jeremy Pena black refractor. This is numbered out of 199. I traded him some comics and a few cards and stuff like that. So this hit a 10. I was really happy about that. Yeah. I've been stacking up Fernando Tatis Jr. rookie cards for like the last, since he got caught like with steroids and stuff like that. So I was like, kind of like, it might be time to start sending some of these in. So I hit a 10 on his Chrome.
Nice.
So I was really happy about that. I'm sure like they're like, oh, okay, he's sending in this, so we're not going to ding him too hard. But I also had the Silver Pack Mojo. So really stoked about that, hitting a 10.
Score, dude. 10s on those Tatis. Those are going to be big deals. I bet you those really
yeah.
up in
I think I have like 4 Tatis rookie card chromes now. So yeah, I've been stacking up those because like they're like less than 100. So I did hit a 10 on the Jeremy Pena Sapphire. I was really happy about that. So I mean that's why I was kind of like, I think it's crazy I hit an 8 on this because it all came from the same box. But I hit a 10 on Bobby Witt Jr. as well. Like, so I was like, kind of like, how did that Julio hit an 8? Here's a couple I'm really happy about. I'll start with this one. This is a pop of 1. So I opened a silver pack on my IG from Donner's Optics.
Yeah.
So there's none higher on the census. This is the only one graded right now. So that hit a 9. So I have no idea what to ask for there. I'm probably gonna throw it on eBay.
That's dope.
Yeah. So there's a shop near Nate's house that I'll stop at every so often, like whether I'm at band practice or if I'm going to go hang out with him. They gave me a free pack and I hit a Steph Curry numbered card out of it. And I didn't know this at the time, but it's a Kaboom. So
Nice.
I hit a player of the day Steph Curry Kaboom out of 99. This has a pop of 3. So raws sell for like $500 by themselves. So I'm surprised I didn't get charged into the next to the next tier. So which I'm really happy I didn't. But like, you know, that does happen. So and then a card I was really excited about, and I was kind of scared of because I bought it from overseas, and at the price it should have gone through the eBay verification, but it didn't. But you know, PSA said it hit a 10, so part of the rainbow set I'm trying to complete. This is the John Morant Blue Flash out of 49. So
Beautiful.
people are asking like $2,000 for a PSA 10 on eBay right now, but I mean, none have sold at that price, and there's not that many graded. Like I think it's less than 20. So next week I'll have comics, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So adding to my artist first collection and just like some random stuff I've been on sets, different variant sets I've been trying to complete.
Nice.
But that's all I have for tonight.
All right, Josh, you're up, brother.
All right. I don't have very much. So I got another. It's so funny too because you can see these bags and boards. So this is from Brazil. I got another first Poison Ivy from Brazil.
Wow.
And then I got a Flash Comics 92 from Brazil. This is the first cover appearance of Black Canary and her first solo story. This is from 1948.
Wow.
And then I don't know what this is yet because I haven't looked into it or looked it up, but this is what year is this from? I'm gonna open this up actually. So this is
Whoa.
Olabino number 10.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
And it is from is that right? Yeah. So 1941 on this book. So that's really old. And then I got this. Matt Roybal sent me this. You remember when we were talking about those guys that had found or they were like demolishing that building, and it turned out that they had all that DC stuff inside of it. So this was from them because Matt helped them out with some stuff, and I told him that I really wanted this. So this is like a later reprinting of the Kuwata Bat manga from Japan. So it's like a three volume set.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I really wanted this. Kuwata was like a killer artist in Japan, so I have the actual first manga that was published in, but that's all I got.
Not bad. All right, I've got quite an interesting little care package. So, Chad Cave has been hitting me up saying, "Hey man, it says you got this, and I never got it, right?" And he's like, man, it must have got lost in the mail. He's like, well, I got something else I'm sending you out, so be on the lookout for it. They both showed up at the same time.
That's so weird.
The first one being, how about a Topps Gold Cup Rookie All-Star of Bake McBride?
Dang, okay.
Oh, it's auto too, huh?
Look at his name.
Bake McBride.
Bake McBride.
That's funny.
Yeah. So he followed it up with same year, 1975 Topps, Pete Lecoq.
That's awesome.
So I got my two 1975 Topps Bake McBride and Pete Lecoq cards. Shout out to Chad Cave. Those are badass. I also got from my boy Philip Chung. You guys know I love that Dave Stevens Vampirella, or not Vampirella.
Oh, Vampy cover?
Yeah, no, but not Vampy. Who is the chick? This chick?
Oh, Sabrina.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Not Vampirella. Elvira. Thank you, Chung.
Yeah.
Elvira.
Oh, Elvira. Oh,
I
okay.
love the Dave Stevens Elvira book, right? And so he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna send a bunch of these in. If one comes back at 9.8, do you want it?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." So he sent me back this. This is the Dan Parent homage to it, and I love that cover. So good stuff. 9.8. Shout out to our boy Philip Chung. Make sure you guys hit him up if you guys are looking for any grading out in the Midwest to East Coast. Philip Chung grading. Is that what Chungy? What's your grading if they want to hit you up?
Is IG Chungy Comics
at Chungy Comics?
Chungy Comics.
There we go. At Chungy Comics on IG. You guys hit him up if you want any grading. Great dude. Very trustworthy. So, Chad Cave says, there may or may not be 3 more cards on the way to you, McClay. Rusty Kuntz, Dick Pole, and another Pete Lecoq. Awesome. I do have a Rusty Kuntz rookie card, so I'm looking forward to that. So,
You
all
just
right.
need to find a Mike Hunt now.
Yeah. So, we're going to end this with some more card-heavy stuff. So, I finally went through and grabbed about 5 months' worth of cards to send to PSA, and I'm going to go through them. I'm going to start off, though, with 2 cards I pulled last night. Pulled these out of Bowman Sapphire. The first being a Bobby Witt yellow variation Sapphire numbered to 50.
Nice.
And a Julio Rodriguez orange variation rookie numbered to 75. So those will be going to PSA along with the rest of these. So here are all my PSA cards. We're going to go through them quickly so I can show them to you guys.
You make me want to open my last box so bad.
Yeah, right. So here's what we got going to PSA. Here's some stuff we got going. We've got the Khalil Watson pink chrome numbered to 199. We've got a Brett Beatty refractor, first Bowman. Nice. He's a Met stud. Jordan Lawler. This is a stud for the Diamondbacks. This is his black and white Ray Wave first Bowman. We've got the Walker Buehler first Bowman auto. We've got a Austin Riley first Bowman refractor.
Nice.
Francisco Alvarez, numbered to 50 gold. Jeremy Pena first Bowman sapphire.
Ooh, that blue color match.
Yeah. Dude, talk about color match. You guys want to see the perfect example of a color match? This is a purple pulsar of Kelly Oubre Jr. It's numbered to 39, numbered 24 of 39. But it's when he played for the Suns, and the Suns' colors are purple and orange.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how it has the orange, too, at the bottom of it.
So purple and orange Oubre Jr. Here's a Ja Morant college red prism. This is a LeBron James when he first went to the Lakers, red, white, and blue prisms, 2 of those.
Oh, and the red cracked ice, huh?
Yeah. And then Ja Morant, another. This is just the regular silver refractor. Those are hard to get centered, and they're all centered. Here's a red refractor. Here's another silver refractor of Ja. Here's his Fanatics. I have 2 of these Fanatics refractors.
Oh, the Pulsars?
Pulsars, yeah. Okay. And then here's a red cracked ice of Darius Garland rookie. Nice. I have 3 Logan Webb cards I'm sending. This is his refractor numbered to 499. This is his orange paper numbered 25 of 25. and then his regular auto. Those are all going. I have a ton of Bobby Witt stuff, obviously. These are all camo first Bowmans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, are you separating your autos that you're sending because it's under different like grading criteria or stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be separating them all into things. Here's 2 more camos. Here is 2 Mojo variations.
Oh, nice.
Here is 1, 2, 3, 4 Mojo first Bowmans. Here is a Jordan Yamamoto first Bowman numbered 14/50 auto. Kyle Tucker black and white chrome refractor rookie.
Oh, nice.
All right, so these are all my Wanders that I'm sending in. These are all first Bowman Mojos. This is a first Bowman numbered to 150.
Ooh, with that blue.
Yeah. An Acuna rookie refractor. A Nolan Arenado first Bowman refractor. A Yordan Alvarez numbered to 99 rookie paper. A Mike Trout numbered to 25 refractor orange.
I love that boombox guy. Any Trout's a great Trout.
Yep. Here's a base Julio Sapphire rookie. As you can see, that's
nice.
Yeah, that's a regular image. A Daniel Jones red cracked ice rookie that's centered. He just signed a big contract. There's the Mojo Vladdy Jr. auto. These are all Julio Rodriguez first Bowmans, chrome.
Nice.
Zion Williamson base because they're hard to get centered. This is a mirror gold Mark Messier Pinnacle Zenith mirror gold. Some of the very first refractors from 1996.
Well, hockey season just started, right?
No, it's about to end.
What? It's about to end.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
getting ready to go in the playoffs. Cedric
Nice.
Mullins, first Bowman auto. Pele, no text variation of Allen and Ginter.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. A Drew Brees camo that I just really like. Camo refractor. Patrick Mahomes silver from 2019. Tom Brady silver.
Nice.
Reese Hoskins. I don't know if I'm gonna send this. He just tore his MCL, but it's a numbered. It's a green chrome refractor numbered to 99 rookie.
You could probably hold off on that if you got injured and wait towards the maybe the end of the season or the beginning of next year.
Yeah. This is a Jack Flaherty rookie chrome refractor gold numbered to 50. This is a Riley Green numbered to 50. Riley Green Mojo auto. There's the other Jaw Fanatics variant. This is a Jaw base that our boy James from Hive pulled me. That's perfectly centered. So that'll be going in.
I've been tempted to open like so many of those blasters.
Yeah. Here's another Jaw base. Some 86-87 Fleer. There's a Isaiah Thomas rookie. I've got 3 of those that are going in.
Are you sending in any silvers of the Jaw?
I don't have any
rookies?
silvers. No, I don't have any silvers.
Have you seen the prices of those? They're like almost like 10s are almost like $1,000 or some shit like that. Or at one point in time they were.
4 Clyde Drexler rookies. 2 Akeem Olajuwon rookies.
Nice. And that's before he changed the way he spelled his name too, right?
Yeah. Yep. 2 Barkley rookies. 2 Ewing rookies. Shohei Ohtani refractor rookie, Topps Chrome. The 83 Yi, you know about that? 83
Oh yeah,
refractor.
dude, I hit a 10 on one of those. It's a good card.
2 Zion green prisms, and then 5 more Zion prism rookies.
Nice.
Let's see here. More Julio first chrome mojos. 2 more Bobby but sapphire first Bowmans.
Hey, so for Julio's first, did he have a sapphire?
Yes.
So there is a Julio.
No, he only had a sapphire draft from his first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson pink optic rookie. So these are all going to PSA, you guys, but it's going to take me about 5 months to send them all out. You know, it's going to cost me a ridiculous amount.
I mean, but the good thing about PSA is they also don't charge you until they're sending it back to you.
But
it's like the opposite with CGC, right? As soon as they check in the books,
but you know why they do that, right?
So they can charge you appropriate tiers of whatever they grade
you
the
got
card.
It. Yeah. So Bryson Stott, this is a sapphire numbered to 15 color match of Bryson Stott. Red color match. This is a Juan Yepes, numbered to 250 first Bowman purple. You can see how skinny he was when he got drafted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, Jason Dominguez cards. Camo first Bowmans.
Nice.
First edition first Bowmans.
Oh, wow.
Mojo first Bowmans. And there's more of those.
Yeah.
A blue Mike Trout second year. I pulled this out of a blaster box live on air. So it's a blue.
I remember when you pulled that.
Yeah. Austin Riley green rookie chrome numbered to 99. Luis Robert second year prospect card numbered to 50. First year Luis Robert Mojo. Noelve Marte blue auto first Bowman. Another Shohei Ohtani refractor Topps Chrome rookie.
Nice.
2 Kobe Bryant silvers of his last year.
Was that from the 1920 set?
Yeah.
I think I have a red, white, and blue of that.
Yeah, those are badass. Darius Garland silver refractor. My favorite Jordan All-Star card. This is from 1988 Fleer. I'll send in a couple of those. Cal Raleigh first Bowman refractor auto.
Nice.
Shohei Ohtani 2017. So this is like before his rookie cards. They put this out. Mojo. You can only get them in 2017 Mojo. 2018 Mojos? 2017 Mojos?
2017 was the one where he was in the Japanese uniform, wasn't it?
Yeah. So 2018, you're right. Vladdy first Bowman. Chrome. Another, look how thin he is there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Aaron Judge, Chrome Purple rookie.
I think I have his rookie card somewhere. Like, there's a big difference between his first card and his rookie card.
Well, here you go. Here's an example. This is a perfect example of a color match. It's a sky blue Vladdy. Look how big he is there.
Yeah.
Yordan Alvarez, cracked ice rookie, numbered to 150. Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important to remember too, though. Like when you're buying prospect cards, that like even though some of these kids are super young and stuff like that, just wait until they hit their next growth spurt whenever they're getting closer to like 21 and all that.
Yeah. Ton of Tatis refractors, pink, sepia, regular. 2
Nice.
Kobe rookies, Topps finest. 2 more sepia, Tatis. This is a Jokic, Nikola Jokic, green, silver, or green prism rookie.
Is he going to get MVP again this year?
Oh, yeah. Tatis, first Bowman. Look how thin he is there.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at those cards during the card show.
Bowman Chrome rookie. Wander. Some more. The goodies for us. Bobby Witt. And then some more Jordans. Sending in 2 more of those. We've got some of his base cards from that year. Second year All-Star. And then some of my Topps Chrome autos from the Topps Chrome case I had. This is a Cal Raleigh color match of sky blue, which works perfect. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And then a purple, another color match with the Twins of Royce Lewis rookie auto.
Nice.
Here's a regular Cal Raleigh chrome or refractor rookie. Jake Berger refractor rookie. And a Nick Lodolo refractor rookie. So that is.
Did you open any Series 1
of top?
Yeah, for 23.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I sent in a bunch that I'm sending.
Did you send it? Are you sending it into PSA or are you sending it into SGC?
PSA. I'm not sending anything in from that until I get my redemption back. There's a Pulsar Garland. This is the Jaw Genesis.
Nice.
A McKinnon SP Authentic rookie auto. The 1/1 Josh Jacobs rookie auto. Black Finite.
How do you price the 1/1?
I don't even know what they're going to price that at. Here's the number to 50 Julio.
Oh, man, that's going to be an expensive card to grade.
And the 50th anniversary Kobe. The refractor rookie auto Julio first Bowman, and then 2 Jordan stickers, rookie stickers.
Nice.
And then finally, my first and only superfractor I've ever pulled out of Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, 3 Jordan rookies, another Bobby Witt Sapphire. I have 4 of these I'm sending in. And then I have 2 of these. Dominguez Sapphire first Bowmans. And then this is the numbered to 25 orange Vladdy Mojo. That is it. That is my PSA submission for cards for the next 5 months. We'll see how they all turn out. I can't be sending in a bunch of stuff that are super expensive, so I think I'll probably pepper in a Jordan and then a couple other cards, and then the rest all low dollar, under $200 guys. So, yeah. But we'll see how that all plays out. That being said, you guys, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Lots of fun coming up for the rest of the week. Do not miss over on Comic Man Andy's channel, Comic News Weekly, every Tuesday night. You can find me, Brian Wood, Comic Man Andy, Rhinoverse over there. Wednesday nights, right back here for the Wednesday night review show, where we talk not only comics, but cards, toys, action figures, all kinds of collectibles. You can find that every Wednesday night. Of course, Thursday nights, the Bogcast, now back live on YouTube and Rumble and Kick. I'm going to start sending stuff over to Kick, too. If any of you guys have heard of Kick, we're going to be streaming on Kick from now on. So I'm currently making a thing over there. So you can find us over there also. And then, of course, every Friday night over at the House of Stein, the Hot 10 list. So you guys got anything coming up this week?
I'll be back on Long Story Short Thursday. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm feeling better.
That's about all I got coming up.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see you guys soon. Much love. Throw those thumbs up. If you guys are catching the show on the rewind, let us know what you thought of the show in the comments below. We'll see you soon. Adios.